All right. Miraculous. We've definitely got a nice setup going here. Hello, my dear friends. And welcome back to Road to Vostok. Now, if you're looking around and you're like, Observer, what the hell is going on here? Whose cabin have we stepped foot into? Well, it is our cabin. Silly. Look at this. Look what we have done. We have totally switched the game here. We have eliminated that massive picnic table, outdoor table, which would be fantastic outside here, but that is just not the case. We have taken up the rugs, moved the sofa around, and consolidated this room. As you see here, all of our food stores are now represented by taking up physical space within the world. Now, if this leads to performance issues or anything like that, I will take those out. But for now, I like them. I think they're really cool. I did take the EOTech off of the AK for the time being because where it's using that dovetail mount, it is taking up so much of my screen. And since my low ready is this tilted position, and then I've got aiming, I do not have a high ready or anything else, it's causing some problems for me. And we do not want problems in Vostok, where, one mistake could be it for us. So we do need to eat, though. We need to eat and drink. I'm going to grab a couple of these. Actually, I'm going to grab all these tunas since they're kind of taking up space. And we're going to go ahead and have a bite to eat. And then we're going to take off. Where? You may be asking yourself, where the hell are we going to go? Today, well, coming up, Gunsmith returns to Outpost. And we want to be around for that, most definitely. There are helicopter crash sites out in the world as well, and I want to see what this is all about. Plus, I want to get this doctor quest completed. So it is 2 p.m. right now. Ah, Christ, we need a sleeping bag. That's okay, we'll just pop back in. All right, so stepping off. It is a beautiful Finnish afternoon here. It's soaking wet. We're wearing fleece, which is the worst thing we could possibly be wearing in the event of rain. Fleece, once it gets wet, and it loses all of its warmth, unfortunately. As a result, that's why a material like wool is generally considered better as an overall garment, but fleece really shines as an underlayer. So say you're layering yourself and you have your base layer, which is normally made out of a synthetic fabric, or perhaps it's made out of something like, I just wanted to check this real quick while we're yapping. But your base layer will be made out of either synthetic or like a really light wool layer. Merino wool is preferred. And then you'll throw a fleece on over top of that for warmth, because it is really cozy until it gets wet. Like now, the sun's coming out, our fleece would be soaked, and we would be pretty miserable. And then you throw a waterproof layer of some sort over top of that, like a windbreaker or something to keep the wet off of you. And then your quilted layer would go over top, like your big jacket. Well, there's 1,000 different ways you can layer, and I'm not an expert. I know what works for me, or what has worked for me, and I know a thing or two about that. Put it along here. Sometimes you can find some really rockin' stuff up here. And it seems like this go-around, we have not been having a whole host of luck. We did find, I believe, a full-size MP5 up there at one point in time, but since then we have not found anything. The birds are so alive. The game world really does feel living and breathing. It's really nice. It's really nestling itself in that comfy portion of my brain. And I don't know about you folks, but I'm a when I think of comfort, I might have a like I do believe that danger, some form of danger, not necessarily needs to be present, but when a form of danger is present, it makes that safety all the more, that safety bubble concept all the more better, right? And I don't know. I like to be armed, for sure. Definitely feel extremely comfortable with a rifle, especially in this setting. It's like I don't know, the stalker mentality is something I carry with me every waking moment, and Vostok hits it really well. It definitely has carved into that niche, excuse me. We are going to highway first, just because I actually forgot where the transition was. We're going to pop on over to school. We can actually stop at the market if we wish, to get some food stores, so we don't have to use all of our own. I like to have more than I need. And I've said this before, but I really think the need and not have principle is much better than have and not, or need and not have. Have and not need is better than need and not have. There we go. See the gas station up ahead. The refueling point, whatever it happens to be. We're going to avoid that like the plague. And instead, we're going to walk in this direction. This rear bridge on this map seems to have several military crates scattered across it. I haven't found all of them, but I know that there's definitely one under this trailer up ahead. So we are going to make our way there. You see the Kala Market in the background starting to take shape. Check the trash. You never know what's going to be hiding in the trash. Maybe goodies. Same with corpses, man. We've had I'd say more than 75% of our corpse looting has ended in nothing, but a good portion has come away with some goodies. And look here, right on the ground, you see a winter jacket, tissues. I'll take that. That is a PBS suppressor. How joyous is that? Food. Oh, wow. Combat boots, a Glock, and a Kalashnikov here. It's not in good shape. But we are going to the doctor, so I'm going to hold on to that, as well as this. That PBS is coming home with us. We really have to keep our eyes open for loot on the ground, because loot is consistent in Vostok. You're going to find loot, especially if you're looking. But where that loot spawns is inconsistent. And I don't want that to be confused with I'm saying that loot tables are inconsistent. I'm saying the loot spawns vary enough to actually force you to look, whether it be on the ground or in containers. I mean, there is no reason to skip over certain things. And I'm sure if I would go back and watch our Vostok playthrough, I'm sure there is an incredible amount of stuff that I have left on the ground. Now, approaching the Kala Market here, we need to be cautious because this is not our turf. This is bandit turf. And they definitely like to gather here. They like to gather in the supermarket, which, what, was it Fallout 3 where supermarket, or super mutants like to gather in the supermarket as well, right? It was Fallout 3, I think. Cold medicine, I'll have that. I saw a screenshot someone had taken where they had started stacking books that they were finding on their nightstand. And I had one of those Simpsons moments, you know, the meme. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, where he's like, oh gosh, why didn't I think of that? Shooter up high. I wager he's up high. I'm going to move through here. I'm actually going to sneak around in this direction. I'm not going to get a shot on him. There's always the chance that they're outside, but I don't think that's the case for us here. All right. Yeah, there is a Jesus. All right, that is one KIA. We're going to go ahead and move up. I'm going to move upstairs here. All right, slowly, slow and controlled. We're in no rush. Vostok is definitely one of the games that we have right now where we can just take our sweet time. And I do intend on taking my sweet time. Okay. Clear so far. Very good. Just trying to be cautious. We need to clear interior and exterior at the same time. And I only have one set of eyeballs. Alright, so I'm gonna try to just peek out. We see the dead dude there. I don't see any other movement. Oh, did not mean to jump there. Forgive me. Alright, I am going to quickly loot up here. There's some coffee, which we can trade. It's not the worst thing to happen to us. Doing fine on ammo. Gum is good for our mental health, which ours is, it hovers in the, it hovers above 60, generally. Which I'd say is pretty accurate. I mean, we stay fed and watered, and we stay active, and, you know, our mental health really takes a dip. Well, I would imagine it would take a dip the more we get injured. And I haven't noted any correlation yet, so I'm going to have to do a better job of using my, my observer brain in noting that. Oh, all sorts of goodies here. Suppose we'll take some of these for trade. I'm going to go ahead and use these to get our mental health up and clear up some space. There we go. Nice. Those hot plates, you can definitely stack them on top of each other in order to make some pretty ridiculous trades. Firearms are still number one, and ammo is a close second. Meds are definitely third most important, I'd say, in the world of Vostok. We also have the ability to turn all of this stuff off that you see on the screen. I messed around with it for some screenshots earlier. We did get jumped here once. I'd like to be cautious. Okay. Okie dokie. Not too shabby. But if you guys want to see me play without HUD, let me know. I like the HUD personally. I do like to know what my status effects are without having to go through additional UI. Because it's doing the same thing, right? Like whether it be on your HUD or not. Alright. Ooh, nice. Look at all this. We'll take this for trade. Again, ammo being our number 2 source of income. Some matches, a magazine, all sorts of good stuff. I'm going to pause here for a second. I'll see you guys shortly. Shortly indeed. Alright. We are back. Forgive me, I had to run for a moment. We have here. Well, I do note that the sun is going down. We do have the ability to sleep, but I'm fairly confident moving at night. If you note in the new Vostok video, Vostok Part 3, I changed around some settings in post. So you should have a much clearer and brighter nighttime, so I not cranked up the brightness. I don't know exactly what, how much I cranked it up, but I definitely turned it up. Okay, we're gonna take this as well, because we're finding this stuff on the road. I am all about it. I'm not going to, hell, I say I'm like, I'm not going to do this, and then I really want to. I'm gonna check some of these boxes since we're here. I feel like it's just goofy not to. And we're gonna see if we can find some food. Some food and what have yous. Water would be nice too, or juice. In any combination of those things. And this is how Vostok's looting system gets you as well. It says, you know, you only have to, I say I'm going to loot the backside of the store. Well, if the entire backside of the store yields nothing, then I'm sure as hell going to loot the rest of the store. And that is how they guarantee that you have to check every single nook and cranny allotted to you. And take that. We can throw that in there. Actually, hold on. There we go. Much better. All right. Well, I'm actually not going to check the back of the store for the sake of brevity. But we will check this on the way out, and now we're going to hit the road officially. We have some food items. I can't call this a bus because we didn't check the entire thing, but definitely a little lighter on the loot today, which isn't the worst thing. Make sure we don't get shot walking across this massive LDA. Oh, wow. Holy hell. That's a bunch of good stuff. This waterlock in particular, that's unbelievable to just find on a bandit corpse like that. Thank God we checked. Another reason why you have to check everything is because you never know. You actually never know what's going to drop. I have no idea how the loot tables work. I have no idea. I don't know what I know none of the figures or the statistics for the probability of loot drops in Vostok. And, my God. Finding that waterlock is pretty incredible stuff. Those are used to make the Kliju, which can be used to access the attic, the other space at above the generalist, right? Which we can use as a shelter, which allows us more storage space, less cramming. Oh, Jesus Christ! That was right over my head. To the woohoo! Holy hell! All right, I think we created separation. God bless America, that got me. School, yes. As per usual, we're getting to the school at nighttime, roundabouts nighttime. We do have kind of a walk ahead of us. We've yet to find any night vision at this point in the game. Hopefully, coming up, we gain access to some of that with the gunsmith. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed indeed. Okay. Thought I saw movement down there, but I do believe I was gaslighting myself. Oh, holy hell, look. Yes. Yes. That is the best thing that could happen. Oh, no way. That's awesome. Well, as we learned last time this happened, every other nobody in the zone sees that coming down, and we're going to have to fight if we want to get our bread, if we want to have our dinner. And we will fight. We will fight to the very last breath. Okay. That means that it is on this other side. God bless America. That's not good. I know I'm sprinting a lot, and I hate to sprint. But we got to get there. And we got to get there now. There it is. You see all the movers coming. Jesus Christ. Okay. 1, 2, at least 3 fighters moving on our position, but that's fine. They're not going to get our lucky charms. Okay. Okay. These guys are serious business, apparently. Alright, I am pushing. I think this guy's still up. Oh yeah, this seems like a AI mistake. Okay. And just like that, everyone is dead. Nomad backpacks and 1911s. What's he have? AK, Nomad. Don't have space for that. God bless. Okay. I'm going to drop this in favor of this to do this. This is actually in better shape. So we're going to keep this like so. Create some space here. Ah, yes, very good. That makes me so unbelievably happy. Alright, we can sell that with the magazine. Jesus. Well, we can do all this later. Always batteries, always antibiotics. Food is non-negotiable. I'm going to eat one of these now. Get this up to 100. We'll take the other one on the lamb with us. Yeah, very good. Okay, we don't need this magazine. Not in favor. We don't need mustard in favor of water. And we don't need this in favor of water either. Okay. Sweet, 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 sweet. That is great. That is absolutely fantastic. Alright, I'm going to check this last bandit, and then we're going to create separation between us and this drop, and go hang out with the doctor for just a moment. And then we're going to get in gear. We might actually sleep here for the night. And I know that's definitely kind of pushing it. I would like to get to Vostok. I'd love to see the terminal. But dependent... There are shooters in interior here. But depending on how that goes, we'll see. Okay. I should reload. Okay. Yeah, I have space for nothing. What we can do, though, is create artificial space by doing this. Yeah, that's very good. Very, very good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move upstairs. Get to the doctor, get these trades done. And then we can go back downstairs and get our spoils. All right, hello, doctor. Yeah, see, it's also me putting a whole hell of a lot of emphasis on whether or not he's got... It's me putting emphasis on him having good material for us. He does have a lot of these cabinets, and these lockers are pretty invaluable to us. I would like to get rid of all this, like so. I'm keeping all the batteries we find. He still wants more. He still wants more from us. Well, what is putting us over the edge here? It's definitely the locker. The locker is worth exorbitant amounts of money. Okie dokie. What if throw in that? No. Not interested, really. Okay, what if we say screw it and we put all this up in favor of the locker. Okay. Perfect. That puts us right over the edge. Very good. All right, let's see what we have to do. Yes, this is it. Pop, pop, pop.
No nyt.
That's our second water lock. Fantastic. We still haven't found any of this stuff, though. I have no idea where to find oil samples. Interesting. Sorry, I was reading this, when those tank rail cars exploded and the initial fire started, I'm certain there was something else involved behind, besides just standard industrial chemicals. Acrylon nitrile is definitely part of the compound, just as the officials claimed, but I have a theory that it's only one piece of the puzzle. When burning, acrylon nitrile releases toxic gases such as hydrogen cyanide and is classified as a Class 1 carcinogen. But let me explain my theory. These kind of organic compounds have extremely pungent odors. Since we are talking about massive volumes, the smell should have been everywhere, but it wasn't. On top of this, acrylon nitrile alone shouldn't have had such long-lasting effects on the environment and water sources. This means we are looking at some kind of manufactured substance that is far more toxic. I know it's just a theory, but there's only one way to find out. We need to find the source. We need to find the source. That's interesting. One of these days, perhaps we'll do it on the channel, but I would love to sit down and watch all of... Actually, I'm going to pick that knife up for trading. I want to watch all of the lore. All the lore videos that have been released for Road to Vostok, because I've kind of just been in the dark regarding what the hell is actually going on. And I've been looking for things in-game to explain, but there isn't a whole lot outside of what the traders have to say, you know? It's definitely another set of footsteps around here. Woo! All right. Man, they are everywhere today, especially here in particular. There are legion. Oh, holy hell. The gym key. Now, I don't know where the gym is, but we're going to go find that right now. We're going to go find that right now. It might be right in front of us here. Holy Christ, that's a legendary find, quite literally. Oh, holy Christ, we sure as hell did. Look at this. Now, oh my god, this is the... Hold on. I'm doing too much at once. Let's go back upstairs quickly. Very, very quickly. And... No. No. Jesus, there's just no room. There's no room. Alright. Hold on. Gotta do this on the fly. trying to make room for this dude's MP5. Perfect. Papa, that has the most ammo. And we'll come back for that. Alright. So, doing our sneaky breaky trades. That's the gymnasium from the tutorial, which is really cool. That's a really neat piece of in-game lore. Oh, yes, you have all sorts of goodies. I'll take the bleed stop and those. And perhaps the office. How about the cabinets? Both the cabinets. Okay. Well, we are way over value again. You don't really have anything else that I wish to take with me. I mean, I suppose the trolleys would be useful in some capacity. But to hell with it. We'll just take this. Alright. Take that deal. And I'm going to leave some of this behind. So, oh man, we have all these goodies. This is what happens when we start playing Vostok. We get blindsided with great gear, an airdrop, an entire freaking new area that we haven't seen before, and now we have to make serious decisions. Like, is it worth it to continue our push into the greater Vostok zone? Why is this place under lock and key? What is here that is so important? Blanket, water, fishing book, windbreaker. Someone's been... I don't have matches, do I? Interesting. Dead guy down here. Okay. Military crate. Of course they'd be locked. Typical. Just typical. Now, my question here, in regards to Vostok as a whole. Once I leave this area, am I going to be required to find all of this, find the key again, essentially, is what I'm asking. Is this all going to disappear? Oh, a special crate. Holy hell. Well, you know what really sucks is the condition of these weapon systems. But we can repair them. We can repair them. So that's not going to work. We need an AK-12 magazine, don't we? What is this? It's an RK-95 magazine. What is compatible with the AK-12? It takes its own magazine. Okay. Oh, Jesus. What do we do here? Can the M4 be a secondary? No, it cannot. Oh, Lord. Okay. We have an M4 at home, but I would like another M4. We're going to take this with us, too. We got the ammo. We'll throw the Cobra on that. We really don't need any of that other nonsense. It's all these goodies here, man. So many goodies. So, yeah, the question still stands. Can I come back here and open the door the same even though I'm missing the key from my inventory? Or do I have to... Am I going to have to find it again and utilize it here once more? Or is this just going to be open from now on and this is just a new stop? All these are open questions. Oh, Jesus Christ. I see the juice box right there. Let me pick it up. Thank you. These people are making me nervous. I hear them talking. Look at this. Jesus Christ. There's all these different rifles here. You know what? We should honestly keep our... Oh, in a patient report? We need that. Combat boots. Windbreakers. Huh. Holy hell. We're, thought we might see a hole in the roof. Look at that. We are completing quests inadvertently. Actually, depending on what he has, I might get rid of this M4 since we have one. I don't think that's the unwisest course of action. Or we could get rid of the AK, which, as much as I'd love to keep it, we don't really need... Hold on. Let's do something real quick. Drop those on the ground. Yeah, these are in much better shape, but they are also less valuable. I'd say we can get rid of these two if we wanted to. All right, let's go ahead and run back here. All right, we'll go complete our quest. See what we can see what we get out of that. I think this one. Well, I don't remember what it gives us. I know it gives us an AFAC, or Advanced First Aid Kit, which is pretty cool. Hello. You have something I want. You do, you do. Yes, it is this. There you go.
Noni.
Fantastic. What does this do? Legendary. Holy hell. Health, energy, hydration, mental, and body temperature. All the way up. Jesus Christ. There's also a classroom here. Okay. Very good. Wow. We're making headway, gang. We're making good headway. Alright, let's go set some stuff up downstairs. This PM is still, or the MP5. That is what that is. The Heckler & Koch MP5 is still there. We'll deal with that eventually. I don't know if I put stuff in these random crates. He's right outside, isn't he? Yep, that is a very dead bandit. This map is crawling, man. These guys have definitely got a substantial foothold in the area, compared to some of these places. All right. In we go. I'm gonna close these doors. I do like to have that little element of surprise. It's not really an element of surprise as much as it is early warning detection system, essentially. What we are gonna do, gang, is we're gonna get nice and comfy right here in this little shed, this little shack. We're gonna rack out, and I'll see you in 6 to 12 hours. Fingers crossed, all goes well. Not too shabby. We slept for 9 hours. It's 07. Waking up feeling good. See, look, we missed all this stuff. All right. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Can't be mad at it. We're going to have some water to start our day. It's a good thing. It's really important to stay hydrated, gang. You should, if you don't take care of your hydration, your muscle systems and everything is gonna struggle. You're gonna have a bad time. You got to stay hydrated in order for literally every other function in your body to work properly. All right. So we're gonna do it like that. I guess we could go ahead and pick that up. Yep. Making sure it's not like what is it in DayZ, the common loot economy, CLE system, in which you can essentially get oh my god, if you move, I don't know exactly how it works, but if you are in an area, loot is constantly respawning, right? So within like 1 to 2 seconds of an entity moving 100 to 300 meters away from an object, it'll respawn or recycle the loot. So there's no ability for any one group to have like a chokehold on the economy, which I think is ingenious. I think that's really, really cool. Wait, hold on. Today is Gunsmith Day. Alright, hold on, pal.
Ei tätä toimenpidettä kyllä selvinpäin tehdä.
I'll take your metal shelf. I'll take your metal shelf and I'll take your tourniquet for a... Yeah, for those.
Nythän meillä löytyy jo synergiaa.
Get him out of here. Lock him up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't hold that against me. We need to move now. We need to move now, though. We're going to go grab our field ration from down below, and then we're going to head on over to Outpost. And there, we're going to meet the gunsmith, who I'm excited to meet for obvious reasons. And I hope he's got goodies. I hope indeed. One can only hope so much, though. So we're going to grab some stuff here on the ground to trade with him as well. Like this water bottle and this field ration, which might end up in his pocket. Combat boots, we don't need those. Ah, we do need these, though. Yes, this is what we wanted. Ah, well, we could have used that earlier. Blast. Okay. I think the M4, just because it's an M4, is probably going to go for more monies rather than the RK95, which is a Finnish staple. Man, there's just junk all over this place. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wish there was a separate menu, though. So when I am interacting with the world, I wish there was a vicinity menu. I would really, really like a vicinity menu in Vostok. I think that would help us out tremendously. I'm gonna pack mags quickly, and we're going to step off here. We're gonna go after what's his name, Gunsmith. This guy. I'm gonna throw a fresh mag in. All right, and then pack that mag. And we are all stocked up. That was all of our 7.62 reserve, though, so we better find some more if we wish to continue being an effective combatant. Oh, Jesus. Dropped him. Gotta be careful, man. You can't, you really can't just step out here. I think I heard somebody. Yeah, you gotta remember, we had slept, which not only advances time, but also respawns all the bad guys. We're out here getting rained on. Okay. Which direction from the school? Is it this direction? I think it's this direction. This should take us to Outpost. I think. I could be wrong. That thunder is very loud. I think this takes us to Outpost. I'm not 100% sure, though. It's one of these directions. Oh God. I would like to get our stuff up. Once again, these peas are more important than anything right now. Okie dokie. Yeah, so we have a transition here, and then we have a transition there. I think this is the one that takes us directly to Village, because you can move from Village to school in one fell swoop, which is really cool, and that's something we learned a little late in the game, in my opinion. It's because I'd been avoiding that, because that transition in Village that now leads to school previously led to Minefield. And I hate the Minefield, if I'm being honest. Outpost, yes, very good. So we should be getting there before noon sometime, roughly 11 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, just about 11, so it's 10:45. We have killed Punisher, who was the flame beanie-wearing bad guy that rolled up on us listening to Hard Boss. in a stolen police van. I don't know the deal with that dude. Outside of him being one of the only reliable sources to find a KP-31. I don't know if he spawns here often, if this is his stomping ground or what. And on top of all this, I do not know where Gunsmith is in Outpost. So we're going to be spending the majority of our time looking around here. One, I wanted to check these because there's always the chance of there being some rare goodies we haven't got our hands on yet. So this seems like a pretty straightforward locale. You have the emplacements, which you also see emplacements back at the school and some of those depressed areas, with like the lower areas with oh my god, with the concrete barriers. They had put field emplacements there. And then here as well, we see the field emplacements in this massive open field. And then there's the horse barn up there. Now, admittedly, I don't think we've ever been here at daytime. So perhaps there is more than meets the eye in this location. I'm not going to dilly-dally with the other side of field guns. We can always hit them at a later date. So for now, I am going to cross. I'm going to keep my eyes wide here. This is a haunting location. Something about the it's so devoid, right? Compared to Village, where maybe it's because it's raining right now, but Village, the birds are chirping, and I don't know, it just feels alive. Even when it rains, it doesn't feel so hostile. But here, these strange stone barrier, these strange barrier stones alongside the scarecrows. Yeah, it was definitely the rain keeping the birds at bay. I don't know, man. It doesn't really change it too much for me. Just seeing all these freaky scarecrows is giving me the heebie-jeebies. That might just be a me thing. I'd say that's definitely a viable option. They give me the creeps. Look at these things. If you don't think these are scary, man, you're steelier than I am. Look at that thing. Look at it. You look at him and you tell me there's a god. I know he doesn't mean to be scary. It's not his fault, but he looks like the creatures from Project Crypt. Just double checking, making sure we have a full magazine. I'm notorious for having either my bolt open or having some type of issue with my magazine. I have this habit too when I play games like Tarkov, Ready or Not. Any game that allows me to check my magazine capacity. That's a shot. And they were firing at us, no doubt. Oh, I did not want to jump there. I'm trying to move up this freaking hill. There's no cover. Seems like the only structure here is this weird horse building. Okay, I see a shooter out in the... Okay, yep. He saw me too. Okie dokie. I don't see him anymore, and that kind of leads me to believe that he hit the ground. Well, somewhere between this horse building and this other side of this field, we should have, we should run into Gunsmith. Hopefully. Wonder if he's just going to be sitting out here. Or what? Or if he's got his own little shack up in the woods or something. See, to me, that seems a little bit more viable than wanting to hang out in the dead horse track. Look at this. Okay, I hit that guy at least once. I can't be for certain how many rounds actually impacted, but I'd say a fair amount. I am going to push here against my better judgment. Yeah. Okay, he's still exterior. We're gonna do our ranger shooting drills here, and I'm gonna sprint, stop, and shoot. Look at that, see? And that's why we drill. This guy, we actually clipped him in the face. That one popped him in his eye. Look at that. Nice, good shooting. Good shooting. I am gonna drop that for now, and the reason being is, well, okay, I'm gonna drop that and this. Clear the chamber. Unload the magazine, put that back in, drop it, pick that up, pick up our Arcane 95. Yeah, look at us. That is a POI for us now. And I'd wager that's where we're going to find our gunsmith. That tower up there is way out of place. Alright, cool. So we do have a goal in mind. These poor horses, man. Jesus Christ. You know, the horse, I don't know if you guys spend a lot of time with horses. I haven't spent my entire life with horses. And I haven't spent time with horses in a long time. But I used to work in an environment where I was around them pretty frequently. And, you know, the rapport you build with a horse is akin to that of a dog, and sometimes that bond is deeper than that of a dog. I've met several people that said that you know, their bond with their steed was like that of another human. You know, like your best buddy kind of bond. I don't know how to explain. I'm not articulating it well. But there's definitely a lot of deep bonding. Yeah, I see structure up ahead that goes into a horse. They're really intelligent animals, and you know, just like most animals, the more time you spend with them, the more you realize that they have their own personalities, right? Like they can be generalized, but not entirely, you know. Okay, I see a dead bandit. Wooden crate. Seems like some type of... I can't read that. Seems like a campsite of sorts. Perhaps maybe a youth camp or something, just judging by the proximity to the school. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more clarity here. Okie dokie. I just wanted to look over the edge there. Jeez Louise. I do not know where this guy is. I do not know where he is. We'll find him, though. He can't stay hidden forever. I know that sounds like a threat, but I assure you it is not. Can somebody tell me what the official name of this structure is? I would be very appreciative. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, a large tower here. This is definitely the edge of the map, so if he's not up here, then I don't know where the hell he is. It might be worth a Google. Ah, yes. He is not here. That's not good. That's not good at all. What are the odds that he is... So, this is the yellow barrier right here. Is it possible that he's up on this other mountain? I wonder. We're gonna have to go check, or else it's gonna drive me loony. Gunsmith returns to outpost. Yeah, he's definitely supposed to be here. But I forget that when we went looking for Doctor, we found him by happenstance. I wonder if there's a... See, I've heard whispers of a bunker located roundabouts here. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it exists somewhere. And I'm starting to think we may be in that vicinity. Just judge it. Look at that out there. I don't know if we hit him or killed him or what, but I do not see his... I do not see that model standing up any further. We are going to run over in this direction and do another lap of the outpost here, just to see if we're missing anything. I'm seeing a lot of hay, a lot of dead animals, a lot of lumber. Oh, Jesus. And not a whole lot. Yep. Okay. Well, we're trading shots from a healthy distance. I need to get to hard cover. Interesting. Sorry, this military crate distracted me. Oh, holy Christ, okay. Yeah, so that's a thing. I knew there was something around here. My luck, there'd be a freaking claymore strapped to the pipes above. Okie dokie. Bunker shelter. Unlock with bunker key. Okay, this is the bunker shelter. Where is... Ah! There you are! So you're the gunsmith. Oh, these are all locked. Locked? Of course they're locked. Look at how neat you've laid everything out. How joyous is this? Wow. You got an M78 set up to be an SVD. Very good. Look at all these goodies. KP31. Ooh, is that a 416 I see? MP7. God bless, man. Look at all these suppressors, too. You are the guy standing on the cover. Well, I say the cover. One of the covers.
Mulle ois itse asiassa kohta tulos yksi sellainen vähän eksoottisempi norsupyssy, jos siis sattuisi kiinnostamaan.
I have absolutely no idea what you just said to me. And, you know, I can only imagine it's the warmest of welcomes. So good to see you. This guy is standing next to Punisher on the game screen. So, oh hell yeah, okie dokie. Oh yes, okay. You can have these, yes, and I'll take these are frag grenades. Yes. Oh geez, Louise. Okay, SOCOM, Happy Stove. Hell yeah. We can cook with that. This is also a Savoda item. It's called the Happy Stove because the eyes.
Pelit on ihan jonni joutavia. Hyvissä vehkeissä pitää olla kuolevan uhka läsnä. Aina.
Oh wow, okay, that's... You want big money for that. One SOCOM suppressor is big money. But it seems like the monster suppressor is a little bit more universal. So if we get 2 suppressors, no grenades, and we put up... God, that's a ton of money. Jesus. Woo, man, you drive a tough bargain. Okay, let's think realistically. I'm getting distracted. I'm keeping the battery. I would be willing to trade all this the monster is universally is more universally accepted. So, but the so calm. All right, I'm gonna drop that off. I'm gonna drop that off, and can I? No, these frags are expensive, man. Holy hell. Are you interested in antibiotics or painkillers or anything like that? Yeah, not in the way that you'd think. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get a deal. Wait, hold on. What am I missing? Let's go ahead and get a deal before we lose it. Oh, yes. Fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. I haven't found a single freaking can of snooze at all over the course of this game. I haven't found any 4.6. Man, you've got some crazy deliveries. You think I just have this stuff laying around? IFAX. Oh, this is where the Mark 18 is gone. Well, it looks like it's taken the appearance of a 416. In the military, there are only two roles that matter. A rifleman and a medic. Could not agree more. Jeez Louise. Ha! Yes. Hold on. Yes. Hitman? Hell yeah. In Area 05, there's a guy we call the Punisher. He comes from the Finnish criminal underworld. Some say he's a debt collector for one of the major biker gangs. Every now and then, this guy steps in and asks for payments for some self-made debt. Usually, I would shoot these clowns at the front door, but this one is tough as nails. Punisher and his minions also recently stole a police van, so they even have a lightly armored vehicle now. Somebody has to put an end to this clown show, so I basically need a hitman. Bring me his head or something else to prove that he's dead, and I will give you the keys to my storage bunker. Hell yeah, dude! You need a hitman?
No joo, boss.
You need people dead? You let me know. Okay? And that goes for gunsmith, that goes for doctor, that goes for any of the traders across any game. You need somebody dead, you call me, because I'll put them in the dirt. For a fee, of course, but it'll be a reasonable fee. It might be something strange. Like I would have done that quest for a suppressor. Just keep that in mind. I would have done it for 300 rounds of 5.56 or 7.62 in my case. I'll be on the lookout for this stuff, buddy. We need a mosquito hat. Pea soup. We can make that. We can make that here. Snooze. We're always on the lookout for snooze. Need blades. I don't want to give up mine, personally, now that I have it. What armor are you? A level 4 plate. That's pretty awesome. Jeez Louise, you got expensive taste, my friend. You got expensive taste. We gotta go into Vostok. I'll just keep this in mind. Everything that we're looking for, that we want, he needs. So I'll just keep that in mind moving forward. Do you want to give us anything? Do you want to trade anything with us? Field rations actually, it sells for a decent amount. But my taxes are through the roof. God. I'm still at a 200. I mean, I don't blame him. You know, I'm sure he would have had a bit of a funny shock coming in here and noticing the flame beanie on my head had he been, you know, a real individual. Oh, yeah. Look at us. We got our first new place. Look at this, man. It's a hellhole. Oh, I love this. And it comes with 2 crates. Are you serious? Oh my god. Is this a well? It's definitely something. Now this is what I can get behind this for sure. So you need to snap into place, Pajalista. Yep. Oh, yeah, this is good stuff. This is good stuff here. Actually, hold on. We get these for free? You mean to tell me that we get these for free? Oh, this is great. I love it here. I love it here. Indeed. I love Vostok. If I haven't said it enough, I love it here, man. I love it. This all of or any even partial complaints that I had have gone away with the addition of this place. And that is why you make the bed, and now it all makes sense. So I'm going to sleep back here in the corner. No, not tilted though. That's insanity. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, we sleep back here in the corner. And put our foot locker at the end of the bed. It's called a foot locker for a reason. There we go. Nice. Alright, now these cabinets. Oh yeah, that'll do us good. Put a stool next to our bed. Gotta have a place to put your shoes on. Oh my god, it's like home already. Look at this. Put a rug down. Look at that. Man, you couldn't tell me this wasn't the Taj Mahal, baby. Look at this. Woo! Now that is looking good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I do believe that I am the happiest raider there ever was. Look at this. Nice. Ooh-wee. Man, see, it's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. Just a little less close. Yeah. There we go. Need a little bit of separation, because this is a little wonky. You see how close these two are together. They're literally snapped into place. It's gonna make me redo the entire thing now that I'm looking at it too close. Now, you want a little bit of separation to add some realism. Yeah, look at this. We don't need the other crate here necessarily. We can put those together. We'll put another crate over here, I think. Over here, yes, very good. A sofa, always need a lounge area. Oh yeah, God bless, man. And then a trolley. Well, that's it. We essentially won Vostok. We've won the game. We have the bunker shelter. It is a spacious, beautiful expanse. We've made contact with Gunsmith. I'm worried about day 20 here. I'm not particularly thrilled about that. But let's go ahead and start utilizing our resources, and we'll throw our first aid kits up in here. All these spare bandages. Painkillers go first. Painkillers and antibiotics. I'm going to put food down here, I think. Actually, we need to eat. Might just eat all of our food. Alright, let's throw our water up in here. Water and our juice. More medical supplies. Tourniquets. Splints. All the goodies. Alright, food in here. Nice. And then we'll use something for... God, I can't believe those came with the property. I'm so glad they did. You won't hear me complain. Throw all these batteries in here along with the water locks. And then in our foot locker, we'll throw that in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Today was a good day. Today was a good day indeed. Now, unfortunately, we are running low on ammo. Our 7.62 supply is low, and we're going to have to move in between 2 bases now. So that is definitely something to consider. I'm gonna have this tuna. So my vote, if I were rolling my vote out on this table here, it would be to go to Vostok from Outpost. Maybe try to do some questing for gunsmith, and definitely try to get our reputation up with him, because he is going to be our bread and butter. Look at this place, man. I can't believe I've never been here. Very good to meet you, though. Look at these hybrid suppressors, Navy suppressors. 14,000 for a perfect M4. I'll keep that in mind. But he sells sleeping bags for 1,000. We don't need that anymore, though, because we did make a bed here. Okay. Well, he's pricey, but he has every right to be pricey. It is a wartime economy, and he frankly doesn't know who we are. So we're gonna cut our teeth and prove our worth to the old gunsmith. You know, there's a saying that goes, "Fear the man in a profession, or fear the old man in a profession where men die young." And that's commonly used for your older, more experienced sergeants, even like your officer types that are still kicking, like your older captains, majors, LTs, not LTs like lieutenants, but your LTCs, excuse me, and your colonels and whatnot. But you know, the colonel is at least in the in the United States military, colonel is the highest rank an officer can hold and still actively. Are those crows, or are we getting ambushed? Okay, I don't think we're getting ambushed, but we are gonna double time it up the mountain here. We get the hell out of here. We're gonna go to Vostok. Oh, we still gotta navigate the minefield, but that won't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad, at least. Should we advance time? It is 15:10. God, I don't know. Maybe we'll. No, I think we should just go. I think we should just go, and I'll edit the screen and post like I did recently, and make sure it's bright enough so you folks can see at home. And hey, if you hung around and you were here for Vostok when it first came out, you were watching me run around at night for hours at a time, I'm so sorry. Well, most of it was under nods, but there were pretty considerable stretches where we were out there thugging it out. What is that sound I'm hearing? Sounds like a really PG version of a not Amazonian, but a Aztec death whistle. It's like wah, wah. There's all sorts of goodies on the ground here. Of course there would be. The can bandage. I did want to check something. We're actually going to stop right here, and I'm going to look at our crafting menu once again. How do we make this? Mess kit, pea soup, water, but we need an open flame. So we're going to have to... Oh yeah, we can do this now. To get the... Hell yeah, we can. Hell yeah, we can. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. How do we make this? Okay. So we can cook on the cooking station, which we just got the last ingredient to make this today. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to... Oh, my God. We're going to run over to Vostok. And we're going to go Minefield, Vostok. We're going to come back. And we have to go all the way back to the gosh darn generalist. Right? Because we have the ingredients, including the bucket, the water lock, all of the water bottles. We should be able to make the Kleju or Killju minefield. That's going to unlock that secondary shelter for us, which is really cool. Yeah, we're getting a minefield at it's a little dark. Definitely a little dark. But we'll take all of the stuff required to make pea soup, or to make the cooking station. Then we'll set the cooking station up in our... I forgot. I'm running through a minefield. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Caution to the wind, gang. Out here freeballing it. No siree. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna bring all that stuff back to our new bunker. And then start knocking out gunsmith quest lines. But I don't think we're going to find some of this stuff like snooze and all this other stuff if we don't punch out and find it. You know, we're not going to find a VSS back in Area 05. So we do have to be conscientious. Jesus. You ever say something too much and it starts to sound like a fake word? Like you just start, kind of making nonsense words, or create, like you take a totally real word that exists and you turn it into a nonsense word. You ever do that? Because I feel like I do that constantly. One recent example, I read the word school too many times, and eventually it looked and sounded like it was in a totally alien language. And that wasn't cool. Alright, we're coming up pretty quickly on the no-no zone. This is our... God! Oh my God. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, stop that. Stop that, please. Stop that. We're gonna die before we get anywhere. Oh, man. I about had a freaking heart attack. Okay, let's get this organized. Nice and organized. Everything nice and organized. Okay. We're chilling. We did have to use some meds there, but that's okay. That's why we have them. Can't believe I stepped on 2 toe poppers back to back like an absolute FNG. Wow. That's okay though. I was getting sick of carrying around, just the perfect amount of combat first aid items. Anyways, I couldn't stand that for a second longer. Alright. Moving at dusk sucks just as bad as moving at dawn sucks. Like, pre-light, moving at night, you kind of know what to expect. I mean, night sucks too. Moving at any time really sucks, unless it's broad daylight and comfortable weather, frankly. I mean, it's, it's the nature of the beast. Regardless of, can you do it, or, are you going to do it? Yes, is the answer, always. But does it feel good to move in, torrential downpour, piss-pouring rain? No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't, especially if you're wearing nothing but hot weather gear and your clothes are just absorbing the wet because you don't have your government does not issue you the proper PPE. And even if they did, you can't wear it because you're going to overheat. Well, that was a little charged. Forgive me. All right, we have, just 2 toe poppers later, we have made it successfully to Vostok. Just like that. How joyous is that? And of course, as per usual, we only do Vostok at nighttime. It's just become the nature of the beast. Ah, and we are in the permadeath zone. Yeah, that's very good. So I'm going to go ahead and have a bite and a drink. I'm going to drink my goose juice first. And my tuna. All right. We are ready. We are ready to pursue greater things. So, as per usual, actually, you know what? Hell with it. We're going to the right structure first. We're breaking the rules. We don't have to do things perfectly even every single time. We can go to the right side instead of the left side. Surely nothing bad will happen as a result of us switching it up. I hope you can see. I'm definitely hearing footsteps, I think. Kind of to be expected, right? We're going to start top down on these locales. And the reason being, we weren't doing that very much in the last part. And that wasn't for any particular reason, actually. We're going to go top down on these, though. So, by the time we're finished, first we get to see all the goodies that may or may not be here. This is where the crates spawn. Once we're finished, we can just move right on over to the next area. We always eat our cold medicine when we find it. Channel the Hat Man. Hallowed be his name. Yeah, he gets us where we need to go. Okay, peaches. Gotta re-up our food stores, too. I wish we could just sleep in these beds. That'd be pretty awesome. Not that I recommend doing that or would want to do that, but, hey, it's a... we're living rough. I mean, we're not technically homeless, right? Ooh, 40 or 59 millimeter round. See, man, I'm conflicted because part of me is like, don't pick those up. Those are just 9s. Don't pick up extra 9s. You don't need them. And then the other part of me is like, that's 50 rounds of ammunition. That's 50 rounds of good ammunition. Take it now. You have 2 wolves inside of you. Like that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey kids and friends, the 80s and like late ladies and the 70s have come and passed once again, and the 90s are back. Yeah, the 90s are back and in full swing. And the early 2000s are making a quite the resurgent comeback in media, art, design choices, music. I listened to a group the other day. I was just scrolling YouTube. Not scrolling YouTube, but I was letting YouTube Music play freely. I'd been watching a video and I just let it continue on, right? And I got into this metaphorical K-hole of YouTube Music, and it was like alt punk indie music, which I'd say my favorite genre of music overall is definitely indie. And so I'm listening, right? And it sounds like a song I've heard before, but I can't quite put my finger on it. And I'm like, that had to have come out like 2001, maybe 2003. It's like I know I've heard this on the radio before. Like I was a young man, but I know I've heard this before. No, it came out like 2 weeks ago, and that is one of the defining factors of the modern day. Something I realize that happens with humans from like a sociology perspective is that we repeat. We live in cycles, and we sure as hell repeat. Oh, look at that. Bonk. Yeah. Very good. We've got head protection again. Actual head protection. Ooh, and a free Happy Stove. You know what? Don't mind if I do, because we can cook on said Happy Stove. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Can we use these wipes for mental health benefit? Yeah, we can. Go on, put us up there. Very good. I'm gonna have a bite while we're standing here in the relative silence of Vostok. This place sure does give me the creeps, man. I've been playing a lot of DayZ, and you know, DayZ is. If you play on, I don't like to play on packed servers. I tend to avoid servers with more than 20 people on them, because I don't want to deal with other people, really. And it's an apocalypse scenario. Like, I am more likely to play a game with an I Am Legend premise, with like small groups of bandits at max, than I am to play a massive online game full of player interaction. Like, I just don't like it as much. And it's never really been something that interests me. And I've tried various forms of media, various games and whatnot to try to you know, tickle my fancy, and none of it's really worked. So 76. Take that. There are bad guys outside, which is to be expected. We can not go outside here. But, you know, it's got this... DayZ has an empty feeling to it. And, in the best way possible. Like, I eat that up. I absolutely adore it. It is rural. And the distance, everything being, you know, simulated, it really does feel considerably more real than a lot of other titles, right? And so I'm bringing up DayZ in locations like this because I've been playing, I just started looking at mods, and one of the maps that people have created is Pripyat, which I thought might just be the coolest thing in the world, to play DayZ on a, you know, 1-to-1 scaled Pripyat map. So, depending on how that goes, no promises, but depending on how that goes, that may be coming to the channel. I might put that up. I have just recently purchased a server. Now, hold your horses, because the answer is no. I am most likely not going to be doing that as like a public thing as of right now. But, you know, that things change, times change. We could end up doing something like that, more community-driven. There's a special crate, Joyous Day. But for now, I am going to keep that to myself. But I might play it on the channel and just, you know, play DayZ on the channel, like from a solo perspective. Oh, yes, please. Oh, wow, I got extremely happy to see that. That's a AK magazine. Yet, a little too late, Oh, for Christ's sakes. We actually don't... You know what? I'm going to put this in the grenade slot. I'm going to take this and unload it quick. Oh, nope. I'm going to pop a round off straight away into the structure there. I'm going to pop these rounds out. You know, part of me feels goofy for... I'm actually going to drop this. Drink this and eat this. I see. It's all coming together. So, here's what... I'm sorry, the gears are turning. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to load this back up and hold on to it for the time being. And the reason being is that if we can find an AK-12 platform, I would be interested in keeping it. Very good. That's actually that's pretty fantastic to find that. Very good indeed. All right, let's dump these rounds. All right, and load these up. Very good. Note the current amount of euros that our inventory is worth from a trading perspective. We still, if we sold everything on our person and in our inventory, well, I imagine it's just our inventory. We still do not have enough money to purchase one single M4 from the gunsmith with his current taxes. How fun? How fun is that? I do believe... No. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I was going to tell you... I was going to spread misinformation. I caught myself prior to doing so. I wonder how often I say stuff that's wildly inaccurate. It can't be too often, right? Can't be too often. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Okie dokie. Well, that AK definitely caught my eye, so we're going to loot this kind of backwards. We'll just remember not to hit this on the way out. We're still at 80 on our Narva. Okay, tomatoes. Very good. This is coming with us, and I'll tell you why. I'm actually going to, hell. I guess we could sleep in here. Hold on. We're gonna rack out real quick and hope for the best. This is anxiety inducing, but we're gonna do it regardless. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we survive the night. Okay, it's taking a little long. Oh, we slept for 12 hours. Holy hell. What time is it? It is 10 a.m. Rock on. Okay, very good. So I can't say that I totally agree with this concept that, you know, sleeping in a bed destroys the bed. I don't totally jive with that. I'm actually going to get rid of this. But it is it seems like it's here to stay. So, you know, I'm gonna have to come to terms with it. I wanted to move that so we had better. We had a better layout. Plus, the tackle box really isn't worth anything. I'm holding on to things that I think are worth or of value. Because some of the more like abstract things are worth a considerable amount. But again, the MP5 and what the hell? The MP5 and AK combo or RK combo for trades. That's like 3,000 trades. There's very little, except for at the gunsmith now, that costs over 3,000 euro. So keeping the guns on us is definitely a big brain behavior, big brain activity, rather than getting rid of them. Like, I would love to carry around the toolboxes and stuff, but we don't have the inventory for that. We just don't, unfortunately. And if you see me, like, I would love for this to be as immersive as possible, but I understand that that's, you know, where I'm going door to door to these individual apartments and going through every single little structure. It's hard to do. But if you see me walking kind of goofy like this, walking like this, it's because I'm checking the ground as I'm walking. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing on the ground. No military crates, and I have no interest in being on the roof. So let's get the hell on down. Today, as much as I would love to go to the terminal, I don't really know what we're gonna find there that we haven't already found. Maybe more like special operations style rifles and weapons. You know, VSS, your 416 platform, and et cetera, et cetera. I am gonna take this in the event we end up using it. Going to remove this magazine and throw these in there. It's kind of acting as an additional form of storage for us. We have so much food and bev. We're doing pretty good in that department. We are at a place where we can be picky with what we loot, but I'm still a loot goblin, and I still definitely like to. I like volume for dang sure. I sure do like my volume. Like, some of this stuff can go, honestly. The sugar, the potato, the raw potato, chiefly. They can go. We've already done this. Yeah, that's very good. Alright, continuing on. It is nice to be here in the daytime, though, even though that does put us at a bit of a disadvantage. Because these guys, well, I mean, they've surely got some good peepers. That's for sure. The AI, as far as I know, is on a 3-point scale where their difficulty increases based on what point on that scale they are. So, like, your bandits are a 1. They're in the first zone. Then your guards are in the second zone, and then military in the third. Punisher sits somewhere in the middle. I don't know where, but you know, your military is definitely your hardcore killers, your professional soldiers, and you know, the guards are still hardcore, but definitely a little bit more lax. Even though I've had the least amount of contact with them, and that makes me nervous. Like, having so little contact with them gives them more of an aura of danger, right? Because I don't have experience to base off. And that makes me nervous. That surely does make me nervous. I realized I just picked up this MP7 with no magazine and no freaking ammo. We haven't even seen a 4.6 round at this stage in the game. I'm just gonna keep eating and drinking as we go. I do believe in eating on the road. That PU scope is actually valuable. We can't attach it to anything though, except for the Mosin, and our Mosin at home has one. So I think I'm gonna leave that behind. Even though optics do sell for... You know what? Hold on. I'll throw this sugar in there. We're gonna go pick that up. Oh. Oh! Oh, holy hell. Okay, shooter. Give me that real quick. Alright, I'm out. Come and kill me, ne'er-do-wells. Come and kill me. If you want me so badly, you come and kill me. Okay, what does lotion do for us? Oh, it just cures burn. Thankfully, we have yet to, Nope, I'm not doing that. But it hasn't happened yet. Never say die. Ooh, and a micro. Now that will look swimming. That'll fit swimmingly on my MP7. Is it even worth going to... I don't think it's worth going to terminal from here. This kitted up and this loaded down. I think that might cause us more anxiety than we bargained for. Slava Trudu. Oh, God bless America. Okay, that was accurate fire. That was extremely accurate fire coming from the top deck of that structure, that Khrushchevka, like 50 meters or so. Jesus Christ, they had us dialed in. That's more than 50. That's like 100 meters. Holy Christ. Okay, I'm taking off. Okay, run. Run, Raider, run. You've got this. You've got this. Create the separation. There's a shooter up ahead. Back to our ranger drills. Hopefully they're not up on the roof, because that would make our life a living hell. Okay. I can hear them right here. I'm so hesitant to push. You know what? I would like to push around and cover. How about this? Okay, this is sheet metal. That's not good cover. Concrete is, though. Maybe not this cheap Russian concrete. Okay, no one's around back. Oh, God. Okay, there's a shooter here for sure. 120%. I hate walking past these windows with my head exposed, even though we have a helmet on. This isn't a this helmet isn't rated for rifle rounds. Jesus Christ, this is... Okay, we're just doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're going in. Okay. Should not turn our back to those... to these thresholds for too long. Alright, so given us... We're not really getting an advantage here. But it's definitely... It's definitely evening the playing field instead of us being the hunted, right? Alright, so back to listening and looting as usual. I don't see any shooters, which does not mean that they don't exist. It just means I don't see them. I think there's one on my roof. Which is a worrying statistic, but it very well could be the case. That these guys in the demo, they would pursue you. They would run directly to where you were. Not in a straight line. I mean, they would run from Khrushchevka to Khrushchevka, march up the stairs, and hunt you down. They were really freaky, especially at nighttime, to encounter. What is it? Coffee master. Hell yeah, dude. I would love a coffee master. Now, how are we going to do this? You know, there's... Okay, there we go. Yeah, the coffee master has to come with us, and we have to go now. Sorry. That's the first one we found. I'm not giving it up. I refuse. I refuse to give it up. Doesn't seem like we're having a great deal of luck finding special crates. I say as we aren't exploring the structures in full. I don't know if do we actually need the coffee master, or is that just for us? Oh my god. Did I drop that on the ground? Yeah, sure as hell did. Okay. Let's do this. And do this. And do this. Okay. Get this loaded up. Fantastic. And you gotta stay. Sorry, RK95 mag, but you didn't make the cut. Alright, well, I've kind of got us prepped for combat when we really had no business getting this hype for combat. So what we're going to do is, since we're already here in Vostok, we're not taking return fire, which is pretty... We're not taking fire at all, which is pretty great. We're going to move through here and check for green crates. Just visually identify if they exist in the structure. And if yes, we'll check them. And if no, then we're going to get the hell out of here. We've got 3 more stairwells in this complex. We'll check all 3 of those and be on our way. Oh yeah, see? Ah, yes. This is why we check. This is indeed why we check. So 4.6 ammo. We'll eat our meatballs, get our energy up, eat our juice, and that opens up more room for these other items. We can load the 5.56 here and then take that. Look at us. Very good. Now the suppressors they might not seem like good loot for there to only be 1 suppressor. And yeah, I would love if there were more, or if there was more loot in general. That's not worth taking. What did we say? The potato can go. Honestly, the splint can go. I know it's sacrilege. The mat, well, we need the mat. We're going to need the matches eventually, so just hold on to that for now. We'll make that final decision when the time comes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but the suppressor, where it limits the amount of sound, the audible sound. Not only is it pleasant for us, the shooter, which is, I know it's a funny joke, but it really is. Like the enjoyment of shooting suppressed is very high. And God, I sound like an idiot sometimes, I swear to God. But the the main concern here is the enemy being able to identify where we're shooting from. We don't want them to be able to do that. Right? Yeah, here we go. Alright, time to cut our teeth. Alright. Surprisingly, no contact up here. Knock on wood. We'll be extra careful moving down. But if our shots are suppressed, the enemy has a much harder time pinpointing where those shots came from. Suppressors aren't movie quiet. We have all, you know, been through that heartbreak, learning that in one way or another. But they definitely minimize muzzle flash, which is a major thing, if not eliminate it entirely. And if the enemy can't see where you're shooting from and they only have their hearing to go off of when they are already, you know, they're not in a, I mean, if they're getting shot at, they're definitely not in the best mood, you know. What I'm saying is that your perception gets twisted when you start taking contact. So it's going to be a lot more difficult to nail down where exactly you're getting shot from if the rounds are subsonic and super duper quiet. And distance plays a huge role in that as well. You know, if you're shooting up close with a suppressor, I mean, you can definitely tell where the rounds are coming. Anywhere within about 50 to 75 meters. There's not a horrible... I mean, there's a horrible difference in decibels, but in terms of an enemy combatant being able to determine, like, what the hell's going on, there's definitely a major gap there. Dio. Ooh. Okay. Well, we are full. We have all these goodies to go turn in. Might as well do the last one before we run back off. I'm so curious to see what lies at terminal. We might, honest engine, go dump our kit and run over to terminal, because I am just so curious. I went ahead and went all the way through this one. Alright. Any goodies? No goodies. Nothing on the bandits. Cigars. Always cigar. Oh, Christ. I saw that shooter. Bottom left. Okay. I took a round for sure. Okay. I was trying to check my, my body like I had a... like a paper doll. Okay. Well, we're in trouble. Okie dokie. We're still doing good. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely, that definitely got my goat a little bit. Alright, we'll have to tighten up. Tighten up for sure. Vostok captures that, that snappiness of combat really well, where it's, everything's, you have a lot of dead time, even in, like, high op-tempo rolls, there's more dead time than you might expect. And where that really shows... What the hell is that? I don't know what the hell's going on, man. I'm playing Like I said, I'm playing a lot of Daisy, so when I start hearing rumbles, I immediately start thinking that there's chemicals getting dropped on my head. No, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Vostok really nails that the silent, quiet, relaxed, dead atmosphere, and then it's like panic, panic! Oh my God, you're bleeding! You've been shot twice. Why aren't you returning fire? You know, it really does a good job at getting my heart rate up. I know it sounds funny too because, you know, Vostok's not like a traditional horror game in any sense, and this is something I've talked about before. This is something I've definitely... that is a great find, especially after spending buku money on one of those. Are those field guns going off? And if so, who is firing them? Because I feel like that raises some, that definitely raises some eyebrows. 545 ammo. Oh my God, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. If we get rid of this and pick this up, that gives us more space to pick other stuff up later. So we're going to do that. They seem to sell for roughly the same amount, and you know, honestly, I mean, the MP5 is a goated weapon system. Forgive me for sounding like a zoomer, but it is. And on top of that, like, you know, in games where accuracy is tremendously reduced because of the lack of a stock or stabilizing brace or whatever it happens to be, that's not totally true to life. Like, I feel like more than you may think, the MP5K and short barrel rifles and things like that exist for a reason. Concealment is oftentimes far more important than you know, range, etc. Something terrible is happening in all directions, and I'm actually pretty freaking horrified. I don't know where we've crawled over to. We can equip these matches. Yes, we can. We have a whole square left. All right. Well, it's good to know that in the Vostok apartments, we can go up to the radio antenna for some good loot. For some good loot indeed. I think we may be... Ah, my God, I think I'm gonna kick myself if we don't check and see what lies beyond the threshold. I think... That's an attack helicopter. Oh, that gives me great anxiety. I don't want to lose everything, but I also want to see what lies beyond. You know, I'm really curious. Oh Lord, we got a run ahead of us. I'm actually going to take this micro off. Now that is a little bit more manageable. Yeah, I like that for sure. For sure. The EOTech is my all-time favorite optic. My all-time favorite holographic. It just works. You know? And I like the square sight picture quite a lot, but it is a large optic, especially when it's model, or you know, it's simulated in these games. It takes up a lot of your screen, which is the exact opposite of what you want. Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Now, is this the fabled terminal? It is. Holy hell. Alright, well, I don't totally agree with this course of action, but I definitely want to see what lies beyond. So, if we don't make it, then, you know, this has been a ton of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I have thoroughly enjoyed this experience, and I am lucky to have shared it with each and every one of you. Uh-oh. This is the big bad terminal, yes? Very good. Well, I am going to be minding my P's and Q's. You see there's water here, which implies that we could fish. I wonder if there are better fish spawns or anything here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna pop a squat, and we're going to have a snack. Now, I can't imagine that there is going to be a large amount of food supplies here in the terminal, judging by the way this looks. It looks like a massive industrial area. It seems like we've got some type of structure over here. Perhaps we'll approach this first. See, this looks like an ECP, some type of entry control point up ahead. We can take this pipeline all the way down on the outskirts of the structure. But for now, I want to push in or up to the structure and see what we have, see what we're working with. No, it's definitely military. Definitely military, this is all good news. Good news because it helps our chances of finding things. Bad news because we know who's gonna be here. Nails, we don't need that. Alright. Nothing in the trash. Interesting. Alright, let's keep it moving. So another structure over here, it seems. Kind of just looks like a skeleton. I do see a military... Oh, it's a substation, I see. Very good. I guess this is going to be the main... our main entry point right there. See the big-ass towers? It kind of concerns me. Alright. There's a bunch of crates piled up in the corner over there. It looks like some type of entrance to a bunker, perhaps. Some type of... I didn't like that very much. Wait a second. BTR patrols. So there is a BTR actively patrolling the area as of right now. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. We got this. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Okay. Slow and steady, dude. Slow and steady. Okay, we definitely killed one. You know, now that I know that there's a... Which, we knew that there were going to be BTR patrols and whatnot. Attack helicopters. It's a totally different reality when they are on top of you. You know? It is definitely a whole nother reality to be facing a B tier. Look at this. 3 buckets. Well, 4 altogether, but especially without some type of armor defeating capabilities. I mean, what the hell am I going to do to stop a BTR? You know, am I gonna jump on the hood and throw a frag in the driver hatch? Unlikely. You know, I don't even think if... Oh my god, okay. Okay. Yep. Okay, that was a little unprofessional of me. We can't open these massive red gates either, so that's something to keep in mind as we're moving through this hellhole, this elaborate terror maze. I can see the BTR's trail, and the dust trail. It's kicking up down the road. Alright, so we need to move now. God, I can't believe I'm playing I can't believe I'm playing Metal Gear Solid in Vostok. So, little known fact, Vostok is a high risk, high stakes stealth game. High risk, high reward, high stakes stealth title, in which you, the player character, are dropped into the frozen finish hell. We're gonna get up. We're gonna get all the way up here because I see things up here that that I may like. I don't know. Oh my god! It sounded like it stopped. It sounded like it stopped. Why did it stop? Okay. Those are sandbags I was seeing. I was seeing sandbags. It does look like there's a hell of a lot of military items up here. So that's good to know. We are extremely exposed. Like, I'm starting to get a flighty feeling in my stomach looking at... Oh, yep, okay. Oh, okie dokie. Okie dokie. Yep, I'm out. I'm out. This was a terrible idea. An absolutely terrible idea. Okay, we got one in the pipe. 9 in my mag. Alright, let's get out of here now. Pronto. Yeah, this would be, this definitely be... It would be cool if I didn't have so much riding on this, this particular mission. I mean, we've got this really awesome full inventory of things that I have curated over several maps that I would like to keep. I would like to keep with me. You know, as much as I want to run up another one of these, I just don't think it's the right move. I don't think I agree with that. Like, exposing ourselves so much for loot that may not be there, you know? Like, down here is one thing. I've got plenty of cover. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of dog shit anyways. You know, why are we finding AKs that are so busted up? Well, it is a post-apocalyptic game. Never mind. Never mind. I do not need an answer to that. I was hoping to find more special crates and whatnot up the further we went. Okay, the shooters are on ground level, which is good to know. That is definitely good to know. So I'm going to go back one row and make our way up one of these. And the reason being is I think we're going to have better odds of, one, not getting shot. Well, specifically not getting shot. Okay, there's a guy. Oh, no. No, 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 no. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Okay, I made a mistake. Okay, I made another mistake. We actually just need to get down. Nope, this is, nope, self-preservation is kicking in, and, we're going home. We're leaving now. And we're working our dude pretty hard. Running like this. It's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Oh, holy hell. Okay, well, that's one dead. Perhaps it would be worth it, just for a second. I'm just worried, man, because these dudes are, again, professional soldiers. I mean, when they see us, they are shooting with highly effective rifle fire. You know, it's not like they're giving us any margin for error. Alright, here we go. No, nothing. Okay. We are going to go up since we're here and check. I think this... Oh! Yep! Oh my god. Woohoo! Alright, I'm out. That was the closest thing to a warning shot we're gonna get, and that one zipped right over my shoulder. So we're gonna pass by this BTR here. This is the area where we spawn down that way. We can take this all the way back. Hopefully. Now that bird better GTFO. Speaking of GTFO, man, I would have loved for that to have had some more single-player capacity, because that game had some of the craziest lore and one of the coolest premises of all time, and it's simply unplayable for a solo player with, you know, like, with a casual time constraint, you know, like everyone... It's made for 4 people. I understand that. I understand it's a co-op game. I wish it wasn't. I wish most games weren't co-op games, man. It feels like there's a lot of... there's just so much love given to... so many really cool projects miss me as part of their audience, which it doesn't... I'm not saying that I'm like a special part of the world that needs to be, like, included more often. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I do not pick up a certain amount of games per year or per whatever the hell because they don't jive with me. Oh, holy Christ, it's Aurora Borealis. Oh, wow. Another, there's one, Jesus Christ, I'm just in awe. One game I would love to play is Hunt Showdown. And, I just feel, and I'll tell you why I don't play Hunt Showdown. It's because I feel behind on the curve, you know? Like, I feel like it's been so long since Hunt came out and it's already established. Plus, there's so much like DLC and stuff, and I just don't have the slightest clue as to what's going on. I played Hunt Showdown. Is that a BTR? You've got to be kidding me. So the BTR moves in between maps? Are you serious? Oh my god, that's unreal. But, whew, Jesus Christ, that's gonna give me a fright. What am I doing? Why am I looting? I'm sorry, we're looting this building, I guess, before we head home. Well, that'll give the BTR time to move, so I guess it is, it's not unwarranted. Yeah, I played Hunt Showdown when it first came out, and admittedly, I was not... Oh my god. That's not a good sound. Yeah, that's not a good sound at all. I'm actually going to remove this mag and remove this ammo and drop all this ammo. Put that in here. Drop this. You go to the top. You take its spot. Excuse me. Alright. Now let's get the hell out of here. Well, unless we find a green crate on the way down. That BTR is still... Oh my god. As if I didn't have enough anxiety. That's just something else we have to worry about. Yeah, but kudos to you know, for making the atmosphere twice as tense. I mean, it was already nerve-wracking without the BTR, without the airdrops, without any of the other stuff, and now there's all this new stuff that all flows and works really well together. I don't know, maybe I am biased. Maybe I just like Vostok. I mean, maybe I feel like I definitely enjoy the game more than most games I've played in a long time, especially in this genre. Like, my two favorite games to sit down and record and play right now are Operator and, well, Operator, Lucid Blocks, and Vostok. Not in any particular order. I think all three of those are solo devs. I'm fairly certain Lucid Blocks is a solo dev. Well, Manhunt too, but I don't think Manhunt counts. I can't tell where this BTR is. We're gonna... Oh my god. Jesus Christ, we're gonna dip off into the mountains here. Create as much separation as humanly possible. We can definitely stop up here at Radio Tower. And then we'll move straight off in the other direction. This is one of those times where I'm extremely hesitant to be using my white light right now, but I kind of need it. I'm gonna eat this meat quickly. Alright, just pop in here and see if there's anything. Nothing on the floor. Just a kookaroo. Or kookaroo pouch. They make a Savota, or Savota. They make 3 different sizes of pouch. They make the kookaroo, or kookaroo, is the intermediate size. They make a large kookaroo called the kookaroo HP, I think. Again, I am not a representative of this brand, and there's a high chance, almost 100% chance I'm butchering all these pronunciations. But, yeah, they make that, and it's pretty cool. And then they have a smaller patch. I have no idea what it's... Or pouch. I have no idea what it's called. Oh, yep, there it goes. You see the BTR heading off towards the minefield. You know what that does? That raises some questions for me. Is it a BTR or is it a BMP? It's a BTR, because the game says it's a BTR. You saw it. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I just did, and maybe some of you will find it funny. I saw a white, or like a glowing patch on the ground, and I thought it was a parasol mushroom. Which, if you played DayZ, you know what I'm talking about. The wide-brimmed edible mushrooms you can find. And I was definitely stopping to to interact with that, like a total goofball. It's one of the first times I think I've got my games mixed up, where it wasn't directly related to the control scheme, which I do so often. We're having a lot of bad weather here in Vostok. I mean, not that rain's bad weather, but I feel like we're having a disproportionate amount of rain. It is summer, though. My favorite time of the year, I love spring, and I used to not like it so much, but in recent years I've really come into my own with spring, and man, I'll tell you what I really like anymore is summer, and my favorite part about spring and summer is the rain. I live in an area that has moderate precipitation, and I've lived in areas with high precipitation, and I didn't realize how much I really love rolling thunderstorms and rain. I have a tin roof. Well, not. I have a partial tin roof, and I love to just listen to the rain. It's definitely one of my favorite storm time activities. My wife and I, this is going to sound really funny and bizarre, but a couple months ago, we were having these really, really awful snowstorms, and they were hitting us significantly harder than anybody anticipated, and we were, expected to lose power all the time, yada yada. There was like a foot of ice, literally a foot of ice, over all sorts of different things. I guess it wasn't literally a foot of ice. I guess it was more like 6 inches or 8 inches of ice. But nevertheless, so we're doing this, we're doing that, and we were talking about the power going out, and we were talking about it going out so often that we started to anticipate it, right? And part of the fun, and I know this sounds hilarious, like what could possibly be fun about the power going out? Well, I would love to tell you. The fun of it for us was, being able to sit in the living room in the total pitch black dark and listen to Stalker music together, like Stalker campfire music, and pretend that we were in the zone. I'm talking like full PPE, gas mask laid out, our like full kit, eating canned sardines and stale bread in the living room. We were, as soon as the power finally went out, we both jumped up with such excitement and ran to get our gear and and make a little nest. It was comical how quickly the two of us sprung into action, and that is one of my fondest memories of this past year. We had recently it was our anniversary, our 1 year of marriage, and we had gone through our vows together, and we had not gone over, that sounds like so academic and so so professional. We had talked about our favorite memory over the year, because we've had a bunch of fun, our first year of marriage, and the year flew by. I mean, absolutely flew by, because of all the fun we've been having, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for my wife especially. But all that aside, that got me thinking about the Stalker dinner, and us I mean, like little kids glued to the radio, waiting for the emergency broadcast. Man, it was bad. It was definitely bad. It was hilarious though. Well worth it. All right, back at Outpost. We need to safely get over to our bunker. And I do believe we might as well just go ahead and do the whole thing. I'd love to make. So I did say in another part that we're gonna do. Well, it was actually in the. If you haven't seen the. Oh my God, the half episode where we go through and fix everything up and move everything around, the decoration episode that dropped before this episode, please go watch it and please enjoy that. Why do these horses have canned food on them? These poor babies. All these poor babies. But yeah, if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. It's a bunch of fun, and it sets us up. But in that video, it sets us up for this video. But in that video, I said that we're going to do 2 Vostoks a week for the foreseeable future. Because I'm having so much fun playing it, and I like it quite a lot. Oh, this guy has a bunch of stuff on him. Okie dokie. Oh my God. Okay. Wow, we actually saw it that time. Jesus Christ. I don't know what role those play in the game. I would love to know if at some point they're going to start, like, hitting targets or something of that nature. Perhaps, say we're causing a ruckus in, say an outpost, since we're here. We're causing a ruckus and really giving the bandits hell here, and it's definitely causing a... People are like, oh, holy Christ, there's a lot of gunfire here. They're like, well, you know what? Drop a J-dam on them. You know? Man, that Narva doesn't punch through the dark at all. Look at that. Maybe it's just not reflecting off the dark surface as well. Alright, let's just go ahead and start trading first. Hello, gunsmith. What have we any tasks to complete with you right now? We're about to be able to do the pea soup and mustard. I can find mustard. I know it in my heart. No, we do. Man, I wanted to... Christ. I wanted to sell that KA-12, but I think we might keep it. Oh my God, okay.
Turhaa mitään sormivarmistusta ja lasersääntöä sinä pitelet. Noi on taas noita höpö hommia.
Okay. What is this? Car 21 magazine. We were desperately looking for one of these in the last... not in the last part, but when we were playing the demo. Man, we've kind of backed ourselves into a corner here. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. This is what I want to do. I'm going to drop the stove because I want it. I want to keep the stove. Remove that. Remove this. Clear the chamber. Okay, perfect. So for the table... How much for the... Okay, that's expensive. We already have one. I'd love to pick that up, but... Oh, man, that's a lot of money. Jesus God, dude. You are a taxing SOB. You are a taxing SOB instead. What suppressors fit on this? The hybrid. Yeah, the hybrid. Okay.
Olikohan niitä festarikannuja, tai siis rumpulippaita vielä tulossa? Pari niitä tilailin tuossa viime viikolla.
Okay. We can almost just get the suppressor We can get the suppressor and the... Oh my god, we're so close. Blast. Blast, blast, blast. We're running out of time, too. We're running out of time to make a decision here. Well, how about that? Because we don't use 9s. So, that's a ton of 9, but we'll get rid of this rifle, the MP5, and the 9, and this for suppressor and this table to clear some space. Alright. I can't honestly say I feel great about that trade, but that is what we're doing. So here at Bunker, we're going to load up. I'd like, honestly, hold on. I'm gonna put this other table right next to this one. Yeah, that's perfect. Look at that. Very good. Alright, and then this will go at the end, like so. Yeah, that's good. That is looking good. We'll put this over here. Like that. This is, oh, holy hell, is it gonna work? Oh yeah, it is. What the hell? Really? Ah. Yeah, it's not the, it's definitely not the worst thing. Alright, cool. Cool. Actually, this could probably move a little bit. Let's move this, just for my mental health. I want it to be in the light, man. I really do. Let's put it over here instead. Oh, God. I can't decide. I'm so darn indecisive with stuff like this. Yeah, okay, that works for now. That's fine. We have so much good storage space in here. What do we have here? We have our weapon parts. So, I'm going to leave... I really want more of those special crates. I'm going to place this guy here. We're going to start... We're going to start a... This is ours. Right? This sucker is ours. We're going to start a... Oh my god, what am I trying to say? A pile of things. A pile of things that we need for this dude's quests. So we have our AK that I am partial to that is not going anywhere, right? We're going to hold on to that. We have several AKs at home, though, at our other home that are going to come here, as well as several... as well as food and everything else. I would honestly like this to be our primary base, because it is right on the money, right next to Vostok. That's where all the loot is. Even though it's more dangerous, that is really where we need to be. So I think for the time being, oh yeah, we can put our suppressor on there now. Now we just need to find a magazine for the guy. Yeah, look at that. MP7, A1. MP7 is how do I say? The MP7 is the personal defense weapon, the quintessential personal defense weapon. There are no better. So we're gonna actually let's put this stuff with the medical stuff. Yeah. So put our bandages up. Good thing we've got all these goodies in here, right? We'll keep one splint on us. I'm actually going to drop some of these mags. We don't need... Actually, hold on. We don't need these mags. So they'll go in here. I'm actually going to unload these because we use these steel mags more. Alright, so we're going to take one magazine with us. This amount of food and meds. The pea soup is staying. The painkillers are staying. All these goodies are staying exactly where they are. Okay. Have we started? Yes, we have started food. Very good. The Narva can go in here. All right. Okay. A-okay. So this is, we're going to keep this as our primary base of operations for the time being. We're going to go home to our camp, our cabin in the woods, and get all of our goodies. Get all of our goodies, and then we're going to run back here. Fingers crossed we make it unharmed. And then I'll let you folks go. Are we moving at night? Yeah, we are. You know what? I would like to sleep. We're actually going to pass some time. I'm kind of sick of moving at night, to be totally honest with you. It's got its advantages, but I am over it. What time is it? 04. Oh Christ, the sun's gonna come up by the time. Never mind. We're gonna walk into the sunrise. Shouts out to Past Me for the first several episodes not having a clock attached to my person. And just existing purely on the vibes. I was listening to the wind, brothers and sisters. I was listening to the wind. I saw a flash of light up there. That's moderately concerning, but we're not going to let it concern us until we start hearing cracks and whizzes. Alright, we're going to do the big push here. We got to, well, I guess, you know what? I was going to say, oh, we don't have to get our boots wet, but no, it's probably just best that we get our boots wet quickly. I don't see any movers, do you folks? That is a scarecrow. What time's sunrise in summer? Oh, there's a shooter. Dropped him. Good shooting. We're all out here just kind of thugging it out, you know? None of us can really see anything. We're just, you know, hoping for the best. I actually didn't need to do that. Take the ammo, though. Thanks, dude. Oh, and war chocolate, my favorite. Thanks, buddy. Pat's corpse gently on the head. The shooter over there. Christ almighty. Of course there is. We can move. Oh, Jesus. He's moving. Oh, holy hell. We hit him. We killed him. Well, of course we did. That's that kind of thing happens all the time around here. Not too shabby, I must say. Not too shabby. So, my question is, now that we've smoked Punisher, does he spawn anymore as a boss, or is that the end of that? because I really don't care either way. Like, I'm so thrilled to have completed that quest line. But, oh yeah, dude, we hit him right in the side of the head. Oh, I'll have that. I'll take that too. Get that out of here. Okie dokie. Well, actually, we can hit Generalist too on the way back. Or the doctor is right up here. Decisions. Now, which way's the way out? Hold on. The center is over here, so we need... There it is. See the transition flag up ahead, or orienteering flag. The orienteering flag that is letting us know where to transition. So, Dev, if you're watching, I'm not quite sure if you are. I know you're really in tune with. I remember when the game dropped, you were all over the amount of like videos being posted about Vostok and whatnot, which is really cool. You're really transparent, and you don't see that a lot. And I'd wager that's because of your vet status. You know, no bullshit. Very straight to the point, and it's extremely appreciated. We live in a, and I'm not gonna go into a tangent, I swear to God, but we live in a world that is so full of nonsense, so full of euphemisms, and we dance around. We pussyfoot a lot of things, and it's so nice to have clear, open transparency, especially with the dev. All right, let's do some assaulter shit here. All right. Hey, not too bad. So now that we've given some time to the powers that be, the loot gods, to determine if anything was going to spawn, anything new was going to spawn. Let's go run over here to the gymnasium and see if it is indeed still open. Because if not, I'm going to be confused. Oh, nope, that's a thing that we have to find on this map in particular, is the gymnasium key. Wow, what a revelation that was. Can't say I didn't expect it, but can't say it's unwelcome either, because it definitely gives you incentive to stick around here versus just disappearing into the woodwork, which is what I would do, probably. I would come here to visit Doctor, and that's about it. I'm gonna take this bucket for reasons that you needn't worry about. Not the production of grain alcohol. Never that. I'm just compiling all this stuff to buy things from the Doctor. Hello.
On kyllä vaikea vaiva.
Yeah, we'll have that. He's got a bunch of goodies. Let's see. Okay, if we put all this up, we're right on the money for a bandage. And what about all these 9s? Bandage, tourniquet. How about another? No. All right, so locker, bandage, tourniquet is it. War chocolate gives 30 energy and 30 mental. That's pretty crazy. Okie dokie. Well, I'll make that deal.
Ja kaikki voittaa.
And we gotta be on the lookout for harmonicas and oil samples. Ah, yes. So, for his quest to find those oil samples, we have to go to terminal, which is no surprise because it's an oil terminal. Which, that does make sense. Okay. Man, you know, we never use our knife, but I am kind of hesitant to get rid of it. I mean, it is ours after all. It's been with us everywhere. You know, a good trusty knife is, it can definitely be your best friend. And, okay, there's shooters over here. I don't want to get shot in the back, so that's why I'm pushing. I wish I had some type of shout command. See if I can make anybody, like, jump or move. To see if I can make the NPCs interact in any different way, or make the AI interact, I should say. Alright. Doesn't seem like it, though. Oh, what is that? Is that a winter jacket? Yeah. Okay. I get excited when I see stuff on the ground. I'm gonna turn the jets on and get the heck out of here. Got a good amount of ammo. You know what? I just realized we're gonna have to keep a mental note of how much stuff we actually have. Well, oh no, holy Christ. Oh my god, our transfer is gonna be, there's shooter left. Our transfer is gonna be so easy because we can pick items up with items inside. So we can pick up catalog items. God, okay, let me through. We can pick catalog items up, furniture items with our items inside. So transferring is going to be so easy. And there is our rifle, the last rifle we needed to transfer to Gunsmith. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. Alright, I'm getting distracted looting. I need to get out of here. There's nothing here for us. We know that. Let's see the flag up ahead. Very good. I wonder how many, like, little hidden things there are off in these woods that we haven't found because we're too busy streamlining our process. I say we're gonna play the game slow, and then I play it like Crash Bandicoot. Wow, no, this is bizarre. It feels like we've been gone for quite a while, huh? I must admit, it is kind of nice to be back. We've been out on the road for a while, and it's funny to think that, you know, this isn't really our home anymore, is it? Oh my god, we have to make Kleiju too. Oh Christ, I think we left our water at home. SOB. That's okay. We'll make it work. We left our water locks too. We left everything we need to make it back home in the bunker. That's okay though. We'll definitely figure that out. What is this? What key? Cellar key. So that's another rare drop, I imagine, from the bandits in this area, or loot drops. Because the attic's up there. On the opposite side, there's a walkway leading up. Alright, let's see what he's got over here. What you got cracking over here, generalist? You got some general things. He's got some general things, that is for sure. Man. I don't really have anything I want to utilize. Water. Water is so important. I've only got 2 of your beers as of right now. And I don't even feel like, I mean, as much as I would love to have this player, the CE player, I don't want to give you any of these items. Because I want to make the item for myself. What crafting wise? Killdew. Bucket. Waterlock. Water. Sugar, yeast. Water, sugar, yeast. I don't know how many waters we have. We're here for a reason. Let's continue on and do what we were here to do. There's not a shooter here, no shooter far, which is good. All this makes me very happy. I see now where that detour that we've been taking at Highway could really, it really lengthens the trip and makes it more dangerous and arduous. For us to go out that backside to Highway, it's kind of suicide in the long run. Suicide because it takes so long. You know, I guess that was kind of dramatic. It's not that bad at all, actually. It's like more than feasible. What we can do here in the cabin that we've been allotted is drop off. Oh my god, we just did all this too. Yeah, okay. Well, you win some, you lose some. Okay, we're going to take everything we can carry and put it all into stuff. Okay. Right, so you're all going to go in here. Alright, that's all of our ammo, our meds, bandages, everything, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Okay, okay, you don't fit like that. Oh god, I hate to do it. I'm doing it. I'm just getting it, just ripping off the band-aid, right? Oh god, that doesn't feel great. That doesn't feel great. Alright. Sleeping bags coming with me. M4, oh my god, I can't believe it. It actually physically pains me to do this. It's funny too because we're keeping that other episode is canon. That actually happened. Oh my god, it's the worst thing. It is the absolute worst thing. Okay. That's all right. It's okay. It's just pain is temporary. Pain is temporary. Pain is temporary. I absolutely cannot believe it. I can't believe we're doing this. Oh yeah, and they're totally out of order, so Jesus. Okay. We have 2 waters. We've got the other 3, or the other one back at the crib. Okay. God, I can't believe it. I keep saying I'm sorry. I'm ripping the band-aid off, folks. Give me a break. You know, oh my god, I poured my heart and soul into this, and it just kind of sucks seeing it. See, here's the thing: is it more advantageous for us to make? You know what? We're gonna make the Kleju and walk it back. That's what we're gonna do, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. This is where we're gonna fish. It's gonna be our relaxation station. You know? Oh Christ. Okay. I guess we'll keep our MP5 storage here too. Well. Oh, God bless America. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. This might... I think this is gonna work. Yeah, this will do just fine. This will do just fine. Okay, the MP5 SD is too large. Therefore, we're going to put all these MP5s in here like so. Okay, that's one. And this can go like this. We can fit this in here like this. And then a sleeping bag, F1. Alright, send them out of here. Get them out of here. Alright, we'll take all the food now. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I'm taking all the furniture. It feels like I'm taking my poor character's children too. Like you know what? I'm taking everything. Okay, I actually want these pears back. Oh yeah, this has been a neat experience, huh? Start it. Never mind. They gotta come with us. They've gotta come with us. Alright, and then let's see if we can spawn some other stuff. Yeah, this will be great. Oh, okay, hold on. We're not gonna have to carry anything if I can do this right, which is kind of the goal. Yeah, perfect. Alright, all that'll go. And then all this comes with me. Don't forget our beloveds over here. Yep. Alright. So, frankly, I'm going to... Okay, that kind of screws us up, doesn't it? Oh, God, alright. Alright, so who wants to stay behind? Who wants to be the... How about this bummy AK, right? We'll just leave you... perfect. So you can go... You're coming with me. We need to do this real quick. Hold on. Please, for the love of God, hold on tight. Hold on tight, because I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. And then the jerry can... You can go in there. Alright. So this place is officially cleaned out. I'm going to leave the AK in here. Do I want to do that? Kind of want to leave the AK. Yeah, let's leave it over here. That's better environmental storytelling, I think. Alright, so that can stay, I guess. Medicine cabinet. If we need it, we'll come back for it. Otherwise, this is pretty good. I'm going to leave the fishing rod here. I'll find another one if I really need one that badly. I'm taking the rug. Actually taking this rug too. Hell. You know what? God, I'm struggling to decide whether or not I want this table. I want it. I want the table. I want the table and I want the metal shelf. Okay. And that'll go there. All right. So all this I am comfortable leaving behind now, officially. So let's get out of here before I lose my marbles. Okay, back at it again. Back at it again. Did we pick up that happy stove from off the ground at the traders? Alright, I got something for you. Actually, might as well just use 7.62. The water droplets, the rain droplets as they're hitting my gun. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, that is a dead bad guy. It's an Arcane 95. Yeast, some 45s. Alright, as much as I'd like to spend my time messing around here, I'm not going to. I'm a streamlined man. I'm you know, it's hip to be square. We gotta move in a straight line. It's not good to be rough around the edges, you know. That was goofy. I think this is the attic, right? You're the attic, yes. He generalist talks about the cabin that we've been gifted or have tactically acquired, whatever happened for us to get that thing. He talks about it, and he says it's a asbestos death trap or something along those lines. It's not verbatim, obviously, but I find that funny. See, everything's making sense now with the the mess kit and needing to hold on to matches and find matches because we need to start fires so we get better benefit from our food. It's all coming together. Can we actually cook on a stove? Or is it... I mean, I wouldn't put it past the game to... Hold on.
No, katsotaan mitä tuolta oikein löytyy.
Now, let's see what type of wild deal we can strike up here. 880 is actually crazy for a pretty decent... At 30% tax, 880 is rip-off. Oh, man, okay. Hold on.
No niin, leukarintaa ja eteenpäin.
Once again, I need juice more than I need anything else. Let's get rid of all this stuff. 762s. 762s. Juice. Juice. Pears, tomatoes, meat, bandages, tuna, painting of a lake, stove, maybe? No. That's okay. I was pushing a little too hard. Raya Maria painting. What do you guys say? Would you make that deal? I'd make that deal.
Näinikkästi, kiitos.
I'm telling you, the homemaking part of Vostok, which is it's secretly the main plot point of the game, the main selling point of Vostok, but the dev has carefully hidden it behind this really complicated survival shooter game. But this is really just Sims. This is really just Sims. I wish I had the seller key. Maybe one day we'll find it. We gotta maintain hope. We gotta keep our head up, looking forward. Okie dokie. We are off again. Man, I just put out this goofy like 0.5 episode for you folks, which I'm not upset about whatsoever. I really enjoyed making that. But, we're just taking our time doing Vostok stuff, cleaning up our shelter, and now we've totally moved, which is very Observer Monk style, I must admit. So, let me know, yay or nay, do you want to watch a full playthrough where I take my time meticulously putting everything back together in the bunker shelter, or would you rather me do that in my own time and focus more on raids? Oh my god, you can't say no to with guns like that. with condition like that, you can't say no. You just can't. Jesus Christ. And there is another example of the DayZ brain kicking in where I'm looting cars. I saw something red over here. I'm unsure of what exactly it was. Oh, cold medicine. Always a pleasure. See, I scanned the ground, and, you know, unlike scanning for... Well, not unlike scanning for targets out on the horizon, we're looking for colors that don't add up, shapes that are weird, you know, anything that's out of the ordinary. Because the ground is dominated by grays, greens, like dull greens, the muted greens and browns, and like this really light brown. That is a winter jacket. But here, you know, from the other side, oh wow. Well, it's a POS, but it's our POS. You know, but over here you look and you see the distortion, and then the big bright red flashing sign saying, "Come see what I am." You know, you can't turn it. You can't say no to that. Might be able to scam Doctor out of some euros, much like I scam. Oh, what's his name? Professor. Oh, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The professor in Yantar. At the mobile science lab, I stay scamming him for rubles in that sense. Oh, I've taken a round. That's not good, and I'm bleeding. Great, fantastic. Okay. I should have saw that coming. It's okay. We barely got hurt. It's the principle that pisses me off more than anything. I think he hit us with the same thing we killed him with. These have never had anything historically in them. Well, actually, I've never really looked. What is this? Oh, the OST. Holy hell, that's cool. What are we working with here? Got one in the pipe. And 6. Oh my god. Well. That was unexpected. That was unexpected. And that was my fault entirely. You know, it sucks. It really does. It really sucks to fail like that. But it's not permanent by no means, and that is the beauty of games like this, where you can just pick up and start over again. But it does provide us with a lesson, and that lesson is that the first day in the zone, when you are green and fresh and new to everything, that first day you are just as vulnerable to and susceptible to gunfire and whatever else you end up encountering that you are on your 150th day. You know, the zone is an unforgiving place, and we should never, ever take it for granted or look at it as something that can be tamed or destroyed, you know. Now I am getting kind of stalkerish here in my vernacular, but you know, the Vostok is a good example of this too. You can't expect to, you know, control or dominate this zone. I mean, we're still just a dude after all. You know, we are just another dude. We may be we may have a little bit more knowledge than the average bear. We may fight differently, or we may have some different tactics. But you know, we're still just a dude that will die if we get shot enough. You know, or if we, you know, if our arteries and if our arteries get severed, we will bleed to death. You know. So that is the lesson, and we're gonna take it on the chin. And gosh, that really sucks to lose our plate carrier and our helmet and stuff. But it is what it is. It's a learning experience. So we're still on top of the world. We're still on top of the world, and we're definitely going to have to be more careful going forward, because I would hate for that to have been in Vostok. And another thing that shows us is that, you know, we can't let our guard down ever, essentially. As soon as we are, and this is something I know, but I feel like I get into these confidence cycles where I'm like, oh man, we're on top of it. And it happened a lot in the demo too, where I would, you know, if you're not on your P's and Q's 24/7, you're gonna get shot, you know. You have to be paying attention. You have to actively be a participant in the game. Every corner you clear, every room you enter could be the last, you know, and it is translated very well here in Vostok. Like, those principles, they're the exact same as in real life. Like, you can mess around and get smoked in a single round, you know, in a single shot, if you're not paying attention. So we're going to endeavor to not do that again, and again, take it as a learning experience and put that crap behind us. All right. Well, so that I don't think we lost any mission critical items. Alarm clock, definitely. So we have the time. I don't know. Nothing got set back except we lost the items on our person, right? We don't even have a blade to our name. Priority 1 is finding a gun, and I don't care what it is. Okay. I hear goobers moving around, which makes me anxious. Because they will pursue us. Oh, Lord. These guys are pretty opportunistic hunters, too, being bandits. So if they see that we're down... Oh, Christ, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, I'm not going to complain. Oh my god, hopefully we can find... Holy hell, okay. Oh my god, we're just running around doing whatever. Okay, that's actually good. Got a fleece to our name now. I can't remember. There is something that must be done to pump the shot. I think the shotgun has to be pumped individually, or not individually, but it has to be pumped upon firing, which is similar to the Mosin as well. That has to be cycled, like the action actually has to be cycled, which is realistic, but also a pain in the rumpus when you're in the middle of a gunfight. I vaguely remember that happening to us in a, Jesus Christ, we didn't pick up anything. Okay, that sucks. Now, we have a gun, but we don't have ammo for it. And 1270 rounds are surprisingly uncommon. So we're going to make a sprint for the generalist, and he's going to help us out, hopefully. Hoping we don't get shot in the back. This is a great time for that to happen. But we'll go make a trade with him. and hopefully that'll get us on the right path to moving forward. These Vostok episodes are just naturally long, so I'm realizing that I'm having these are not causing me problems. Recording longer episodes like this, I actually prefer it. So if you like and it doesn't bother you that these are 3-4 hour long episodes, let me know. If you hate it, let me know, and I will cut them down. If I know some of you may not have as much time, maybe I could put like if there's like an even split, then I'll put out half and half. Okay. God, none of this helps. Actually, none of this helps. Unbelievable. He's got 45 ammo. 5.4. This takes 5.45. The Mosin takes 7.62 by 54. He's got all the accoutrements. Oh wait, we have a. Hold on. That does actually help. We could take this for 2,400. Of course, he's gonna tax the piss out of us. That's okay though. God, is that even worth it? I thought we'd get. I thought we would get a better deal here. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, we could trade everything for that. No. No. I don't like that. It's not even. It's not worth it. It's really not. Wait, does he have 1270? No. Okay. Not at all, huh? God, that is a pain in my back. All right, let's go hit the campsite and see. Fingers crossed that they have some loot. I can't tell if I heard someone yell just now. Yell percolate. Oh, sweet. Okay, that's actually incredible. That's actually incredible. All right, I've been given a chance from the god. Did I? Oh, okay. Something happened. That's okay. Okay, we need a backpack ASAP. I'm gonna pack this magazine quickly, and then we'll get our rumpus and gear here, and go trade for 7.62, which I know he has. All right, perfect. Now we have our beloved AK back, and now we can start cracking heads. That definitely put my confidence through the roof. And if we play our cards right, we can get a PBS right now.
Jaahas, kaupanteko kiinnostais?
All right, gum, potato, licorice, perfect. We have. Oh, yep. Okay. We almost missed that, and that is actually incredible that we were able to do that. How's this AK looking? It's at 88. Holy Christ, that was close. All right. So if I take this, let's say, remove the magazine, clear the chamber. If I put this up, will you trade one? Yeah, trade both of those for one. And then will you throw in some food items for me? Peaches. How about... Oh, and... Okay, yes. Yes. We're still on the same... We're on agreeable terms. How about those work gloves? Yeah. Okay. And... Flashlight? No, flashlight's asking for too much. All right, I'm fine to. We're cool to take an L on this. We're cool to take an L. That's fine. No. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. All the food, PBS, work gloves. Right, AK for AK. Okay. Alright, before we make some type of crazy critical error, that only we know how to make. Let's get out of the village. We miraculously indeed escaped with food and water. Clothes they don't really matter except for in your brain. Like, you know, we were pretty drippy. I'm not gonna lie. We were looking pretty cool, even if we had the shish helmet on. But oh, look at that. See, and a little bit of meds. Now this is where I get confident, and I'm like, we were on a high note. Do we push that high note, right? And I know you guys are probably screaming no. Some of you are probably screaming yes. This is one of those times where it's like, I want more. I want to grab more. And the only way to get more is to do more, right? You know, if you want to lift a heavier weight, right? The only way to do that is by maximizing your repetitions and getting stronger. You know, you want to shoot better. What do? You practice shooting, right? You go to the range. You do different drills. You start. All right. So there's probably a little gap in the action there. We're just hitting some houses. Look at all these blades. We're hitting some houses, seeing what we can find, gathering our stuff up. You know, I was kind of talking about something that I think we could touch on here in a more concise form, because I was starting to trail off. You know how I get when I start getting tired. I start kind of rambling on, you know, and it just comes with the territory, I think. But when you're like, if you're, I don't know how I was saying this. If I want to do something, if I want to excel at something in life, you know, if I want to be better at something, one of the easiest things you can do is surround yourself with people. And I don't know how this is going to tie into what I was saying earlier, but it makes sense in my head. If you want to be better at something, or you want to be more proficient at something, you need to surround yourself with I think it's important to start consuming media and surrounding yourself with people who are in the field, or, you know, subject matter experts, etc. You know, one example is like shooting. If you want to shoot better, you know, get in with your take classes, you know, get in with people that have similar shooting hobbies, make friends, you know, start following groups or different organizations that do like progressive skill shooting and stuff like that. Like one off the top of my head, GBRS group, DJ Shipley. You know, that's a great resource for military and police shooting. Like for shooting in a more tactical setting. If you want to be a competition shooter, start following competition things. You know, find your tribe, essentially, quote unquote. Surround yourself with positive things, good positive things, positive people that are moving forward and not holding you back. Shed those weights from you. You know, you want to lift heavy weights. The only way to do it is repeated impacts. You know, you want to shoot better. The only way to do it is to shoot. You know, you don't gain this stuff just from reading. You know, you got to do the thing to be the thing. Be do have. You know, I want to be this, so I do this, so I have this. Yeah, man, that's my advice for you today. You know, you don't have to make radical changes in your life. You can if you want, but they're not necessary. You know, I feel like people take like health and fitness and all this. You know, everyone wants right now, and I understand. It's, you want immediate gratification. You want instant results, because a lot of the way the world is built nowadays is based around it's based around immediate results and just unattainable shit that's not realistic, you know. Like one of the okay, I don't think I need to give you an example. I'm sure you are aware of the content and stuff.
Jahas, mikäs mies?
But when it comes to oh man, 10:05. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that for sure. We can do that and then some. We can do that and then some.
Turhaa valitusta.
Maybe we shouldn't. No.
Kotihoidolla olisi
Let's try to get it
lääkäri.
for as cheaply as possible.
Kiitoksia.
All right, that was actually a fairly good trade, and that helps us again start building back up what we lost right here in this very building, in a terrible, awful gunfight. People are moving. That's concerning for sure. See, what's concerning too is I don't know what door opened, so we're kind of playing this, that's a dead bad guy. That's a very dead bad guy. There's another shooter outside. I'm not quite sure where, but let's see if we can't draw him in. I did pick up his AK. I mean, we could try to make another deal. That shooter's outside. All this yeast we're gonna take with us. Oh, fantastic. Just what the doctor ordered. Now, because of my negligence, we have lost all of our fun MO5 gear, except for our Kookaroo. We'll get it back, gang, I promise. So sorry. This Vostok, man, it's not really, it's what I want to record, so when I sit down to record it, I get like duper excited, super duper excited, and these episodes just come out so long. I know I've talked about that like 2 or 3 times already, but I'm loving it so much, and the game doesn't feel long to me, you know. So forgive me if this long form stuff is driving you nuts. We still have 4 minutes until he resupplies. Man. To hell with it. We'll go to Gunsmith instead with what we got. We actually need to go to Gunsmith anyways. Alright, there is a shooter over here somewhere. Alright. I'm putting my silkies on and I'm going for a run. Hold on, I see him. Did I? No, that's a road sign. Alright. Good. We're keeping good pace. Getting the hell out of here. All is good. All is well. Ammo's still good. I do like the slight visual changes when we change our gloves and stuff. I think detail like that it doesn't have to be a lot for you to make a really cool interactive game. It can be small details like that, and they work so good. They work so good. More than you might expect, and I appreciate it, genuinely. I appreciate detail. I think attention to detail, like, you don't have to have a bunch of crazy working systems or like mind-bending graphics, which I'm kind of over the idea of, you know, realistic graphics. And if I see one more fucking title that someone puts out where it's like, this game's too real, I swear to God, I'm going to have a mental breakdown. 'Cause why? What difference does it make, you know? Never mind. We're not getting into that. I'm not doing this ranting nonsense. It's too late. I notice when I'm recording late and I'm starting to get tired, that's when I want to cut throats and spit on my hands and hoist the black flag, and that's not where we need to be right now. There's a shooter over here, straight ahead. Okay. We didn't get a cool guy moving headshot on him, but we definitely killed him. How many rounds do we use? Ah, Christ, we used 10 rounds putting him down. That's not good. That's not good. Especially when we're kind of sucking for ammo anyways. An airdrop right now would be great. This is one of those... This is when you really need the airdrop, isn't it? And I was kind of taking those for granted, not going to lie. After, you know, 2 drops back to back, I was really feeling confident that that was going to be a more common occurrence. And now I'm kind of, you know, egg on my face. Alright, let's keep it moving here. Here is our ECP, our border checkpoint kind of deal, and then there's us. Alright, so we did survive after a long, arduous journey. We're going to run home first, and what we're going to do is dump all of our furniture. I'm tinkering with the idea on whether or not we should do another half-bit episode. So we're going to go into here. Okay. Wow, that's really bad. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Woo-wee. That is insanely bad. We have just been set back 100 years. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Well, we oh wow, we lost everything. We lost absolutely everything. We lost all of our ammo, all of our food. We are back at square one. So what that means is we lost everything that wasn't bolted down here. Well, there's no point. God, I was gonna sell stuff and, you know, have a fun time here. We do not have the ability to have fun right now, unfortunately. Wow, that is absolutely insane. So I can't say I agree with that. I can't say that that's my favorite feature in Vostok thus far. That really, really, really sucks. Oh, holy Christ. I'm actually kind of shell-shocked following that. That's, that is really, really bad. We do have this ammo, but we lost we lost that M78. Actually, one of these can go over here because we might be able to do. Yeah, we can find another AK. Jesus Christ, that's oh man, that really, really sucks. That really sucks. That's all I have to say. Woo, man. Okay. Well, instead of being miserable about it, we're going to do something about it. We're going to do something about it for sure. All right. I guess that's what I get for abusing the system, huh? Yep. Okay. Man, I got heartbroken seeing that. Because I was transitioning from place to place like it was supposed to be a victory lap, and it's actually kind of depressing now. We lost everything. Absolutely everything. It's unreal. Oh man. Absolutely unfreaking believable. I know I'm going back and forth. Okay. Jesus God. Let's sleep on it. All right. So we slept until 7:45. Which is good. I'm going to have a juice. And what we're going to do is I'm pushing the limits of this episode. It's like the more I'm like desperately clinging to what was, what was here. And it's just all gone in an instant. All of that furniture that we had accumulated, all those deals, everything just junked. I'm floored. I'm absolutely floored that is a mechanic, not in a permadeath setting. Which honestly, what it kind of makes me want to do, having instead of like rising from the ashes, it makes me want to go back and do a permadeath save versus this, because if I'm going to lose everything, I'm going to lose everything. I'm not going to lose just my furniture catalog and my if you're I fundamentally disagree with losing my catalog, my stored items, even though it's pasted there in red, and I ignored it like an overconfident idiot, because overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. But here we are, nonetheless. Oh man, I get losing our inventory not in permadeath mode. I can't say I agree with that. That sucks so bad. I purposefully put everything up to specifically for that. So maybe oh my god. Okay, I'm just running around like a goofy. This is what we're gonna do. We're going to, I say we start over on a permadeath run, and just kiss this save goodbye, because that blows. And it's definitely it's kind of feels like starting over, except we're in the middle here, and I don't really want to continue with this particular save. So I think if we play with a permadeath character, we may have more fun. You know what? Oh, yeah. So I wanted hardcore, and we're getting hardcore. So welcome to our Iron Man run. Random spawn, no start kit, random time, random weather, all of that. Random starting bits and bobs. And we are constantly under threat of death. So I figured that if we're gonna lose everything, we might as well lose everything. And this is how we're gonna do it. So I'm not particularly thrilled about starting at school, even though that does give us. Wait, hold on. Yeah, well, he doesn't show up till tomorrow. So if we hang around here for a day gathering resources, I guess that's not the worst thing. But we do know that the school is... Can we... Yeah, we can sleep with this. Honestly, I don't hate that. Now, our energy and hydration have taken a hit, but... Yeah, we are going to... we're going to be feeling a lot better with that decision. So now it's time for us to... and I'm not going to keep you guys around for very long here in this front part. I think this is more of a proof of concept in my mind to show you that we're doing this, rather than anything else. Because, you know, man, I was really enjoying our run too. We were starting to get, I think we were getting a little big-headed, a little big for our boots, especially with some of those really good shots that we had made. We were getting pretty comfortable killing bandits, turn around, get smoked, and then lost everything. I cannot believe. I absolutely cannot believe that. But the good thing is that when the shock wears off, you know, we're gonna be playing this like you wouldn't believe. Trying to think of where we can quickly find a firearm. You know, I know that the school is an awful idea, and that's kind of what makes me want to do it even more. If we could go in the backside of the school, perhaps we could grab a weapon pretty quickly, and actually be able to put up a fight. There's the front. This is the back. Trying to keep my eyes open. Food. Oh, yep. Okay. Automatic weapon fire. Cracking right over our nog. Alright. Alright. This is for all the marbles, gang. This is it. Okay, he doesn't have a weapon on him. Luckily for us, the BTR is not mobile as of right now. So that's cool. Alright, this is so dumb. I feel backed into a corner. I feel like a wounded animal. Both like mentally and physically right now in Vostok, and I'm just not the I'm definitely not the happiest being. Okay, there's stuff there, but can we use it? Neither one of those have a... God. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna take off. The odds of us finding an MP5 magazine are astronomically higher than finding 7.62 by 54. Peek. Yep, there's a shooter at the end of that hall. Unfortunately, he may push us now that he has seen us. It's fine. This is like a... Oh, I feel like we're playing Manhunt. That's exactly what this feels like. It's the classroom shelter. We don't have such luck. Can't access that yet. We might just have to take our gun and split, man. Doctor's not here yet. I don't think there's anything here. God bless. Okay.
Helvetin rotta!
So, this is what we can do. That was so unbelievably lucky. I have absolutely no words. That should have been a death sentence for us, but fortunately it was not. Okay, this is good. Alright, we're definitely doing the Finnish homeless simulator. Might as well be playing Open Sewer right now at this point. There's no goodies in here. That door does not open. I'm not going all the way down that hallway. I am risking it too much as is. But finding what we have in this short amount of time is actually pretty incredible. Did we already do this? Did we go down this hallway? I think we did. I'm starting to lose it a little bit. Alright, we need to, now, I'm assuming we have access to the cabin, regardless of, you know, start and whatnot. So, hopefully, that should be our priority, is to make our way to the cabin. Or we could get ballsy and go to Outpost. I don't think our health is going to handle a run to Outpost. I think it's barely going to handle a run to... Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, if we find a PM, we might be in business. That's putting a lot of faith in RNG, though. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna come up here. And, cut across. We're gonna head towards the generalist. Now, I'll tell you why. If we start messing around and get out there and Outpost, we're probably going to start dying of starvation or dehydration quicker than we think. I'm kind of pushing our character's body right now. Sprinting. Not like I wasn't in the last part. Yeah, but this will be our... here's the thing, man. I don't want to stop playing Vostok. I've already made these grand plans. And just because we lost character in my eyes, which we have now, we have officially totally wiped that character. They do not exist anymore. So instead of worrying about it and trying to build back in this weird middle area, I'd much rather struggle here like this and continue from there. So should be getting close. This is not where we want to be, though. We need to skirt around this as carefully as possible, because there's always a shooter here. At least one, sometimes multiple. Alright, our hydration is failing. So is our energy. We are just sucking wind. We can play the click game. The gun doesn't click when you fire it. It doesn't make the... But when I press the left trigger, but in my head, I imagine that's what's happening. How I am tempted to run over there. That would be unwise, wouldn't it? You know, sometimes my wife would sit with me while I played Tarkov, and you know, I'd call things out, and she had listened to me play so often that she was pretty well versed on a lot of the Tarkov terms, right? Or like what was worth money, what wasn't, etc. So she would get really excited for me when I would find certain things, or, you know, other things, yada yada, whatever it happened to be. And she would always tell me, you got to get out. You know, it's time to go. You got to go now. I'd be like, well, I can hit this, or, you know, maybe I can move in this direction, see this. And she'd be like, no, it's better to go. It's better to get out. You got to get out. And oftentimes, if I didn't listen to her, I did end up dead. All right, we're doing a-okay so far. I don't know why I'm swinging my barrel around like I can do anything with it. We're shooting blanks, dude. We're actually less deadly than if we were shooting blanks at the enemy. All right. Well, back to getting the ever-living life taxed out of us. All right, generalist.
Mitäs sais herralle olla?
120 for if we gave him everything, we could get that. Actually, we should really try to find something else to tack on top of that deal, because that's not a bad deal. Well, we are gonna die if I don't hurry up and start finding stuff. I need a weapon before we can do any of that. I can't clear rooms without a weapon. Okay, that's really good. That's a really good find. That is a really, really good find. Okay. Alright, here we go. For all the marbles. Yeah, mental health kind of shot. I'm gonna take this off.
Jahas, kaupanteko kiinnostaisi?
Here we go. Alright, you have all of that, and you give me in return... Oh, for God's sakes, dude. Okay. what would benefit a 2 magazines and food and drink. Right, off rip, that would be... Okay, tuna's pushing us too far over the edge. We can find something to drink out and about, or find Jesus Christ, I'm actively losing my marbles. We can find something. We can find ammo out there, and we'll find other magazines, no problem. This is really where we need to be, but we're just a little off. So how about... Okay.
Hyvät kaupat tehtiin.
Alright. So that's our blade. That's that. Hydration's low. We need to drink this now. Alright. Well, we gotta do some Dick Marcinko stuff and get... I mean, hey, if it works, then it's legendary. We're a hero. If it doesn't, you know, the bandits talk about us for a long time, and they laugh. All right, that's a... Okay, there is a really deep stab, so that's cool. There are enemy here. It would really benefit us to... He's right here. If I can catch him, I'm gonna catch him slipping. Oh, okay. Alright, gang. We're coming back to Vostok. We're gonna play Iron Man mode, I think. Or maybe just play standard and not keep our catalog open. But, or keep stuff in our catalog, because that is a good way to lose everything. We had highs, we had lows in this episode, and unfortunately, we lost everything, and that's just that's how these games go. You know, when you're playing hardcore survival games, you know, with permadeath and stuff, you're really rolling the die every time. So you have to, and myself included, you have to be willing to adapt and change based on the situation. Yeah, these games are really good at making you establish protocol for risk management, right? It makes you really question whether or not A or B action is the right action, and whether or not there needs to be a tertiary or like a C or D or E action. It really makes your kit have weight. It really does. It makes your gear matter, right? When everything can go away at the click of a button, and this is what makes it fun. That's the whole appeal. So for our first big run, honestly, I'm not upset with it. I wish it would have gone differently, but hey, that's the nature of the beast. We live and we learn, so we're going to do it again. We'll do it on Iron Man mode, like I said, and we'll enjoy it, you know, more to come. So, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We have more content on the way as always, something for everybody, no doubt. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, games you want me to play, videos you want me to make, please let me know down below in the comment section. The comment section is the best way to get a hold of me. I read every comment. If you want to play Road to Vostok for yourself, that link will also be in the description. And remember to mind the gap, stalkers. Mind the gap. And have a good one.